Welcome to the TCR live stream number 3, and I hope you're all fit and well, I may say. I've got a beer tonight, we're drinking Tiger, we're off the Corona. There is some in the fridge, but I thought I'd pace myself and drink it in halves and be a little more posh. So, if the camera's all muddled up and this doesn't look like it's saying it the right way around, I do apologise because we're filming on an absolute potato. We're filming on the iPhone. If the music's too loud, if I'm too loud, let me know now so I can make all the adjustments that I need to do and we can go with the flow. What I want to say is, I want to thank you all for joining me tonight. I understand that everybody's got so many things to be doing during quarantine, like going to Nando's. No, you can't do any of that. So sadly, you'll be having a beer with me. So thank you all for joining. It means a lot, and hopefully I can make your Friday night a little more interesting. And that's not me interpreting that it was going to be boring anyway, just just to go with the flow. So I'm just going to quickly check the comments and make sure you can all hear me perfect, loud and clear, and let's see what happens. Can you all hear me loud and clear? Someone could just drop a comment, please. This is the bad bit of the stream where we have to just keep making sure everyone can hear each other. Yes, sir. I think everyone says the sound is good. Brilliant. Right, tonight we're in for a quiz. 3 questions, 3 t-shirts to win, 2 of which are the same. I can't remember because, like an absolute amateur, I've left them in the house and I'm now on a live stream and I don't want to leave the camera and leave this room vacant. So the first thing I thought I would do is I'd introduce you all to where we currently actually are, because most of you are thinking, Tom, where are you? This is the garage, the original garage of my mum's house. And this room, if I just tweak the music a little bit, this room was actually dedicated to music. So tonight, I'm hopefully going to give you a little demo on this, if you're all up for it, that's of course. Don't worry, I won't make your ears bleed. But this room used to be dedicated to me when I was 16 years old, and I got my apprenticeship. We changed it into a bit of a recording studio. I'm just going to turn the heater off because, as you can see, I'm sweating. It's probably because I'm moving around too much. This room was dedicated to me as... I wonder why I'm on the floor. So this room was dedicated to me when I was a 16-year-old. I turned it around into this with my granddad, and we used to practice as a band in here, play the drums, then it got neglected, filled with loads of rubbish, and sadly I never come back to it. And in the meantime of that happening, we had lots of failed YouTube channels, I may add, and some of which are still online because I can't remember the passwords to and I can't get rid of them. So I won't mention those because quite embarrassing, mind you. This is embarrassing more than anything, this haircut. So yeah, this room was more recording studio based. We had a mixer over there where you are with the camera, and then we just had a drum kit in here, and me and my friends used to come round, really wind the neighbours up with all the noise, and play away. So that's what happened. So I've since then, I changed it into this room, which I was going to call the podcast room, and then things just went on the back burner, and we didn't really get there. Johnny B. Good, that is what I will play, because I put it on Instagram before. Right, so this room, yeah, I've changed it all. These seats, I don't know if you can see them. This seat is out of a Hyundai coupe, which I found from a scrapyard. There's another one over there, and me and my granddad again built these frames to turn them into nice, lovely, relaxing seats with the added Total Car Review sticker. I'm a bit concerned, guys, to why the music has stopped. Maybe because I didn't have it on shuffle like an absolute goon. So if we shuffle it, what's this one? Yeah, it's a bit grimy, that. We'll have to see what's on. A lot of this music is non-copyright. It's what I used on the channel. So, bit of a rundown of the room. What we've got here is, probably most people can guess, these are door handles off a classic Mini with like a little love art that my missus got me when me and Alex Toon became friends, and it says the date when we first met each other and all that. Bit cringy, but you know what women are like, they love all the soppy stuff. Up there is my signed picture of Kings of Leon, which I really like. Little model guitar by Sinister Gates. This is an LED lamp that is producing quite a lot of heat, I must add. And then if I move round, this right here is my first ever newspaper appearance of when I was in a local newspaper to me, and it says, "Rebuilding Mini is no small task for classic car enthusiast Tom." Funny story about that. We went for a pint, me and my dad. Sorry if I've not read any comments yet, I just thought I'd get the story out of the way in the intro. I went for a pint with my dad to the local pub, and what actually happened, pulled up outside, car's there, guy comes over, a big camera around his neck, he goes, "Excuse me mate, can I take a picture of your car?" I went, "Yep, of course you can." He went, "No, with you next to it." So I was like, a bit weird. He went, "Don't worry, I'm not a weirdo." He said, "I write for a local paper." he told me a bit about it, and then a month later it was in there. So yeah, it's not the first time I've been in there as well, so it's quite good. So that's always going to be memorabilia. That on-air sign, which you probably can't see, I made out of an emergency light, which was a fire exit sign, like emergency exit sign. Masked it all up, sprayed it red. It's actually the same colour as the Mini, the red, and then there's just a few other bits. And I've actually got, I don't really want to disturb the camera, but I'll show you, hang on. I can do it without making too much movement. This is a clock made from Nando's chickens that you get on a table at Nando's. All I'm going to say is don't ask me how I got them. I can't disclose that. I really can't disclose that. Right, comments. Let me do some catching up. Wow, there's 68 of you on right now. Let's have a look. Leon, you was a winner last week, so was you, Sam. I hope the parcels arrived and I hope you got them. Hope you guys are okay. Flat Cap Garage, evening, hello. Hi, Dad. Yes, calling me that again. Daniel Rooney, hi, Tom. We're watching here again in Carlisle. Well, hello to Carlisle. I hope everyone's very well. Let me just need to catch my breath. Tim, all good. Evening, Tom. Elwood Mini Works. Yeah, I think you was a winner as well, weren't you, last week? So thanks for that. I quite like the room with all the decorations. Cheers, Ruben, all the way from South Africa, I think it is. See, you have had your ears lowered. Keith, actually, I don't know if you tuned in last week. It was last week that I had the hair done. My sister cut it and bleached it and dyed it for me, and it is growing out. Look, I mean, I never thought I'd say this, but man's got roots, mate. It needs doing again. It needs doing. New York, Patrick, you was a winner. I sent your t-shirt out the other day. You'll be glad to know it cost me £25 to post a t-shirt. So consider yourself lucky. I almost pulled out of that one, but then again I wouldn't have done because you won. Evening from Surrey. Hello. Right, so I like to see one of the haters has turned up and dislikes the video, but all you need to know is that's engagement. It boosts the video regardless. So if you want to throw a couple more in there, carry on. Anyway, positive mental attitude only. I asked the other day if anybody's got any questions of what they want to know, and I've started to write them down. We'll delve into that, and what I will do is I'll just repeat a bit of the intro for the people that have just turned up. In tonight's live stream, there's going to be 3 questions to win 3 t-shirts, 2 of which are the same, but I've left them in the house like a goon. So there'll be 3 general knowledge questions. I will say, before we get into the quiz, it's the first answer I see on my computer screen. Some people's are delayed and the names come before, but it's the one off my screen. I trust you all trust me, and I will pick it fair. If somebody's already won one, then I will move on to another person because they had the same prizes last week. So, hang on. Sam Boswell, hi Tom, just want to say thanks for the socket set. It arrived in one piece and it's going to the proud owner of a 1980 Club and Tommy Side project. No worries, Sam, that was the last of the lot, and I probably won't be restocking those, so enjoy. Flat Cap Garage, how's the sound insulation and lagging tape holding up in your Red Beast? Thinking of doing the same. I used Silent Coat sound insulation. It was bang on, quite expensive, a lot more expensive than other people, and it went on really well. It stuck, and when you pull it back it doesn't leave a sticky residue on the floor, so you can always get it up. Really like it. Quite heavy though, adds a lot of weight. The lagging tape, it's actually, looking back at that video, it's funny enough, I watched it the other day. Everyone's asking what it is, and it's Armorflex tape. That's the brand, Armorflex. Excuse me. And you can buy it on a roll. It's quite expensive, but it's held up well, and it's just better than using the putty that Mini's having them to stop rattles. It's just messy, the putty. At least you can just cut a strip of lagging tape and stick it on, especially for your locking mechanisms on the door. Michael Bellamy, you might have mentioned this before, but how much was it to complete your Mini start to finish? I'm looking to get myself a classic Mini as it's my dream car, and was wondering how much money it was spent. Right, Michael, this question I get asked a lot, and especially at a lot of shows, and it's something that I don't really like to disclose, but what I will, I've got a rough idea. To be honest with you, I personally don't know how much that car has cost me to complete. I know roughly what it's cost me, but I don't know the exact number. So I'll give you a bit of the story and a bit of the background. I bought it for 900 quid from someone that I knew, haggled it down, got it, drove it back. Somehow we got it home anyway. Got it home and then stripped it down, and I was like, yeah, five grand, I'll eat this car, you know, we'll just pull it apart, looks solid. Then when I stripped it, I was like, no, maybe 5 grand will probably get the bodywork done. And we gave it to Ollie, my mate, and he did me an absolutely smashing deal on it. And again, I don't know how this guy makes any money, but his work's bang on, and he did a great job on it, and he did a lot of extra work that he didn't put in the price, which I will always appreciate Ollie for. And I just wish he would get back into it and do it more. He's sort of done with his days with the Minis now. He's just restored a tractor, funnily enough. So the Mini, I said 5 grand after I paid Ollie, some of the powder coating stuff, bought some panels, bought some other bits for it. The 5 grand went. And then I was adding the receipts up when I finished it, because I've got a file that's literally like that, just full of receipts. Even snippets from eBay when I spent like £1.20 on a Clevis pin and stuff like that. So I added those up and I got to £10,000 and I stopped. And I had about that many receipts left to go, but I don't know the value of the receipts. I added the big ones up obviously and I got to 10k and I thought, I don't want to know. I think that car has cost me around 12. But I paid someone to spray it and I paid someone to do the bodywork. Whereas with this one, I've not paid anyone to do anything. I'm doing everything myself. So when people think £12,000 for a Mini, just let me highlight this straight away. It wasn't £12,000, there you go. It was 3 years and it was like 20 quid here, there, 50 quid there. 1 month it was like, oh, 300 quid, let's save a bit more money. And it was just drip feeding it. And if anybody asks me, how can you get into restoring classic cars and how can you do it cheap? The simple answer is, you can't do it cheap. If you're going to do a proper job, you can't do it cheap. The only thing to do is, forget what it costs. The hardest bit is making the decision to buy a car. Now, a lot of people go, well, the better the car you buy, the less you have to spend. It's not always the case. There's a lot of hidden surprises with these cars. So I would always say, if you're going to buy something, buy it with the best attitude where you think, I'm not really bothered what it costs and I'm not really bothered how long it takes. So I don't know, in answer to your question, I don't really know what the cars cost, but I estimate it was around £12,000. But like I say, it wasn't just straight away. Hopefully that answers. So I'm getting spammed with guitar. That will be coming out later, Max. I got my t-shirt, mate, and my 5-year-old son Charlie's pinched it. He said, is this off Tom the Mini Man? No way. No way. Agree, you never know what you are getting, you need to really want it. That is very true. If you added up every penny you spent on these cars, you wouldn't do another one, and that's why I didn't want to know. I worked in an MG restoration place in the late 80s and an MGA cost 20k back then. I love those MGAs. In British Racing Green with brown leather bonnet straps and brown leather interior. Oh my god, that is car porn. Yeah, jealous of that. And 20 grand back then, I think they're about 40, 50k now. Some of them I've seen, Minters. Any chance you want to check out new music, the Royals UK? Mini Madness, is that copyright free music? If it is, I will put it on. If not, I'm afraid I'm going to have to relay from the copyright. I'm from the Cotswolds. I've been down there, mate. Lovely place, lovely place. Right, so what I want to say is, let me just grab my thing up that I typed up before this all started. So we've introduced the room, which was on the criteria. And then what I wanted to say tonight was, and I want to know your views on this as well, is the automotive industry, it really bugs me at times, and it's so irritating. But just before I continue, I've noticed there's 83 people watching this and there's only 10 likes on it. So please, all press that thumbs up right now, and I'm going to watch. That's one person. Keep going, guys. Keep going. 84 now, so I should expect it. 14, carry on. We're all doing it. Good lads and lasses. 30. Oh, do you know what? If I could do this live in every video, where I could do a live snippet that I post and go subscribe now and like, my ratings would be through the roof. 44, look at that, half of you straight away just by saying it. Oh, I always said I don't want to be that cringy guy on YouTube where it goes like and subscribe. It's one of, we'll get onto that in a bit actually. I've got something I need to talk about with YouTubers. So what I wanted to tell you was the automotive car industry. It really, really irritates me at times. And I've picked out a section which I'm going to talk about tonight, and I want to know your thoughts, and it's called What Grinds My Gears. And the biggest one, and this is the biggest one, and it's been something I've watched gradually get worse and worse and worse, and it actually stopped me buying a car because of this. Sorry, I'm just checking it out there. 53 of you, there's still 86. All hit that thumbs up. So, yes, I'm getting so sidetracked. It's because this is kicking in. First of all, before I start ranting about what grinds my gears in the car industry or automotive world, it can be adverts, it can be purchasing cars, it can be things car makers do. Please drop it in the comments right now, because I'm going to be reading a few of them after I've had my little rant. Not that there's probably any car manufacturers watching this and they're going to change their ways because I'm just a random guy from Manchester with an opinion. So, the biggest thing that really winds me up with the car industry is fake exhausts. Oh my God. What? Why? Why do it? You look at old cars and the effort they went to. Oh, let's make a nice rounded steel tip exhaust and it's chrome. And then in the late days it comes along and go, I know, let's just put a little pea shooter that points to the floor like a Toyota Avensis would have and then stick a fake vent over it with a hole in it. But you know what Audi are doing now, don't you? And Land Rover, they're all doing the same thing where the exhaust comes out underneath, points down, and then the fascia is above that, blanked off with a grill on it in the shape of an exhaust, but they don't even bother hiding the real one. Why do that? It's one of those things that really bugs me, and it actually stopped me buying a car before it got as bad as it did with Audi and Jaguar Land Rover. It really bugged me. It's like the RS4, the RS6, the RS7, all the RS cars, they've got this massive oval tip that you can literally stick your head in. And you look behind it, there's two little rusty, mild steel exhaust tips. Like, if I was looking at RS4, if that was a real exhaust tip, I'd be like, mate, that has just gone right up in my books. So when I said it stopped me buying a car, 90 of you watching now, oh my God, guys, honestly, thank you for tuning in. The highest we've seen, it was the first one that did it, was 140 people. So if you want to drag a few more here, it's great and it always helps the channel out. It stopped me buying a car with these fake exhausts because when I had my Mercedes A-Class, which was very early on, which is why the channel got called Total Car Reviews, what happened was the A-Class, when I went to buy it, the facelift model was out, and on the pre-facelift one, there was two oval brushed steel tips sticking out, even on a diesel, and I thought, they're real, you could see them poking out and the bumper was cut round them, and I thought, I like that. Then when I was there, the guy went, oh, have you seen the facelift one? I said, what's different with it? He went, oh, we've just got a neater bumper and different lights on it. And he said, you'll like it. And I looked at him straight away, I went, don't want it. He went, why? I said, I don't like fake exhaust. And he went, well, that's the first I've ever heard of that. I was like, it probably wasn't. So I didn't buy it, I bought the older one. And then I started to regret it because it didn't have the big screen in it. And then I sold it and got the Golf, but that's another story. So fake exhaust is a nightmare. And I'm just gonna see if anybody is agreeing with that in the comments. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Grind my gears, Peter Griffin. Yeah, it does. Do you know what grinds my gears? Hey, Lois. Why did you get a Mitsubishi truck over the Toyota or a Ford? Vicky Whittle. Vicky, let me just go through the comments with this. I'll answer that in a second because it's a good question actually. Oh, what's going on here? I'm getting comments hidden. Right. Strips integral parts, cars 5 lots for that. Right, I think I've missed some. So I think a few of you agree with that on the fake exhausts are annoying. Yes, they really are. Really, I think there's a bit of time delay with what's going on. 92 of you watching, make sure you hit the thumbs up to 64. If I can get 90 thumbs up, that means you've all liked it. So, Vicky, why did I get a truck over a Toyota or a Ford? Right, good one this. One, I couldn't afford a Ford Wildtrak. I really wanted a Ford Ranger Wildtrak 3.2 litre V6 automatic. Really wanted one. They were very heavy on road tax because of the size of the engine. They were a lot more expensive. Yes, they look a lot better. I've got a lot more toys on them, but the insurance was a joke, which is another thing that I'm going to get onto in a minute because car insurance really irritates me. So I got the L200 because my insurance was only £600 on the L200, and that's the lowest I've ever paid. And it's the car. It's the car that I've had with the biggest engine out of all of them. So yeah, what's everyone saying? Sorry for coughing, guys. What grinds my gears is the styling. Who in their right mind came from work in France after designing the C4 Cactus and thought, good day's work. Makes me mad. Sam, do you know what? I've got to disagree with that, mate, because I actually quite like the Cactus. I'm a bit weird like that, mate. I actually quite like it. How do I turn this safe chat off? Does anyone know? Because it keeps blocking people's... no, I can't do it. Hang on. Do you know what I've done? I've not even got the chat on top chat. I've got it on top, that's why. Right, there we go. We're back to normal now. Hang on a second. So yeah, that annoys me, and it's right. DC Outdoors, what's your dream car, mate? This is a very big question. And again, there's 91 watching with only 70 likes. The other 21 of you, get clicking. My dream car is, I've said this many times, and the more I think about it, I don't know if it's a wise decision, but I've always said if I won the lottery and I had the money and I could do it, a single Porsche 911. 100% all day, every day, and I would daily it, and I'd have one that I'd keep for spares, just because money would be no object. So I'd just be like, yeah, there's my single Porsche 911 that I drive to work in the rain where the windows steam up. That's what I'd go for. What grinds my gears is how car manufacturers think it's a good idea to whack a tablet on the dashboard rather than it be nicely integrated. Oh, I disagree, I'm afraid. I actually quite like the tablet on the dashboard. I think it looks good. The only thing it is bad for though is when you clean a car and it's got one of those, you always forget to clean behind it, and then when you look through the window there's all dust there. Singapore, yes, yeah, I would agree with that. Dope, Edward, dope. I like that saying. Most people from America say that. Are you from America? What about a Beetle with a Porsche engine in it? Max. This is something that I want to do. But in life, we are dealt cards where we have to go to work and earn money and limited money, and the limited money doesn't allow me to do that. But we can't get down with that. You've got to stay positive. So maybe another time I will do that. You just said you're doing all the work on the Turd Tech. Are you planning on painting it yourself then? Yes, I am, Tommy Frost. The Turd Tech estate, and the reason it's called Turd Tech is because it's brown, it's M&B Tech, and the brown is like poo brown, so it's Turd Tech. I am going to paint it myself, only because my dad, many moons ago, used to do car body restoration at college, and then he did it for a bit, and spraying, and he never stuck at it. And it's funny really, because he's not really helped me do any body work on that, other than come round and just witness what I've been doing and tell me where I've been going wrong. So my dad's going to help me, and we've got a friend that's got a spray booth that's willing to let us use it, as long as I buy all the stuff and clean it all up afterwards. So yes, I'm going to spray it myself, and if it's bad, then I will pay someone to do it. Paint the Turd Tech van red. I can't paint it red, because then it won't be a Turd Tech, it'll be a Red Tech, and I don't want to call it that. Looking forward to London to Brighton 2020. I'm not doing it, mate. It's October, innit? I backed out of that one ages ago, and I'm going to do next year, but not this year. Tricky subject. If you could pick a build you'd like to do, what would it be? Oh, mate. Have you ever? There's an old TV program that my dad used to make me watch, and it was called A Car Is Born. Then he did another one called A Plane Is Born, A Helicopter's Born, and he did all these ones where it was like a kit. I don't know what it is, but I really want to build a kit car. I want to order a Caterham or the Super 7, what it is, the copy, and I want it to turn up on a pallet on my drive, and I want to go, right, in 2 weeks that car will be built, and I'll knock myself out. I don't know what it is. I've always wanted to do it. I just like the idea of having a really expensive Lego set. With that thing on the drive, it's not really a Lego set, because it's more of just rotting away. 103 people watching. Oh my God. Thank you all for tuning in, but can you all do me a massive favour? 75 likes, 103 people, doesn't tally up. Hit that button, please. And I think we've just dropped one now. I've said that. Sorry, guys. Just, you know, got to get the ratings up. Got to bring that YouTube monies while I'm off work. Seems to be, Jeff Deacon, seems to be everybody's doing a Beetle with a Subaru. Yes, I've seen that. It looks great. Matt Green, that's got a YouTube channel, he did a Subaru Mini. It looks like just an Asbo, and I know he sold it, but yes, my bad button here. Thank you for that. 81. Look at that. I just say it once and it just jumps. It's mad. Wish I could do it in every video. Oh, which reminds me, if you're all wondering when the next TCR episode out, it is Sunday at surprise 8 p.m. It's out then because, right, this is another subject and I don't want to ruin it. Since I've been off work and I've been furloughed from work and there's been no income coming in and I've been capped at this 80% stuff, which I'm not complaining about because obviously I'm not spending any money, I'm not going Nando's, I'm not going out for drinks with the missus every 2 minutes. But when I first was off, my MacBook broke, which I managed to fix, luckily, with Apple being closed. Big risk, bought the part, pulled it to bits myself and managed to do it. Touch wood, it still held up. Excuse me. And then that was fine, so we thought, great, still edit my videos, carried on filming and editing and working away. Then my welder broke, 12 months old. I was like, wow, Machine Mart was closed, the repair centre was closed, it was out of warranty just by a month, and I thought, what am I going to do here? Then I managed to get it fixed by someone that recommended someone that just happened to still be open before this lockdown thing occurred. And then when I thought it couldn't get any worse, I'd made excellent progress on the car and I thought, right, it's now time to start filming the next scene and the next segment. Put the camera on and I was like, hi guys, welcome to, why have I got a black screen? And then I clicked on it and the camera was broken, so I phoned Canon. They said the sensor sounds like it's broke and the motherboard. And that is 13 months old, so it's a month out of warranty. But they said they will honour it. However, they can't fix it because they're not providing any labels to be sent out and fix it. So I've got no camera to film, so I'm using my phone for everything at the minute, which is very difficult because it's currently cable tied to a tripod, which you'll see in the next video. Sorry, let me just catch up on this. Right, we've diverted here, boys and girls. 102 watching. If we can keep it above 100 for a long time, I'll be very happy with that. Thanks you all for tuning in, and let's have a cheers on me. And what I want to do is, this is something that I like to do. If you've all got Instagram or social medias, in a minute I'm going to put my thumbs up. I want you all to screenshot or snapshot this picture, and I want you to put it on your Instagram story or Facebook story, tag me in it, and I'll repost it and shout you out, and you know, people might click on you and follow your builds, whatever. So in 3, 2, 1, get ready to screenshot this. You ready? I'm going to hold my beer up and I'm going to do it in style. There you go, so hopefully that works. So yeah, tag me in it and I'll shout you out. Right, grinds my gears. Adam Campion's on his first beer. Yeah, my dad has this thing where he comments what beer he's up to. I'm on number 2 actually, but I'm drinking halves. Just trying to be posh. Right, so where was we up to? The grind my gears thing, I'll have to go back because I had to write it down because I get caught in the moment of reading all your guys' lovely comments. Fake exhaust was the first one, and this is something where I think I'm going to change the industry forever, and it's something I'm going to try and incorporate. Well, you can't really do it in a Mini, actually. Does anybody have that issue where you sat in a car, and what we'll do is, we'll say I'm driving now, right-hand drive obviously, I'm there, and you're about to get out the car, turn the engine off, you've got something in your hand, you drop it, and it falls down that crevice between the seat and the centre console. And before you know it, you're like that, you're pulling the seat forward and you can't get it. So what car manufacturers should do, and I've never understood it, say this is the centre console and say that's the edge of the seat, why don't they just make a piece of leather or a piece of cloth that comes down that velcros to the centre console? So then literally if you drop something down there, you go, oh, where's it landed? It's landed in the catch pan and I'll pick it out. Why don't they do that? It's something that's never been done in cars for all this time. And before you know it, when you come to clean your car, you're finding a McDonald's French fry down there. It's, you know, sort it out. That's another thing that really grinds my gears. And then one thing, 2 more things, quick topics. Again, if it's something that grinds your gears in the car automotive industry or marketing or lifestyle, get it in the comments and I'm going to read through them in a second. 106 watching, thank you very much. Make sure you're hitting that thumbs up because you know it boosts the rating and the YouTube money comes in. All £40 a month of it. So, the other thing that really bugs me, and I'm quite guilty of this because my my Golf GTI had this. It's a sound actor or a sound actuator, and it's where you drive the car and when you put it in sport mode, it doesn't like open some valves in the exhaust to make it louder. No, it plays the sound through the speakers in the car. And to me, it's like, if you're gonna fake exhaust, you're faking sound, what else are you gonna fake? The colour of it. You know, just don't fake stuff. Just be real with it. I know it's cost cutting and all that, and the reason with the exhaust thing, I had a thought before when I was in the bath, not that all I think about is cars, but I think the reason they're phasing the exhaust out is because the world's going electric, so they're trying to subtle it out so we don't get used to seeing them. Because if you just made a car without an exhaust, you'd be like, where's the exhaust? So at least we've got something to complain about on the way. Anyway, the sound actuators, my Golf GTI had it, and it really bugged me because it just didn't sound real. And like, I was in the car thinking, yeah, look at me, everyone can hear this Golf. And then when someone drove it outside, it just sounded like a wet fart, and I was like, oh, it's not real. So what I did a resonator delete, which is a video that's got nearly 60,000 views on YouTube, which I was, the other day, I've not checked my analytics for ages, and I looked through, and I found that that was one of my best performing videos. And I was quite upset because a lot of effort goes into my car content, but we're not complaining. But yeah, so when I did the resonator delete, I turned the sound actuator off because it wasn't fake noise then, so we solved the problem. And another thing that really, really bugs me, And I know people said they like integrated screens, and again, if there's anything that grinds your gears, get it in the comments. The thing that really irritates me is touch screens in cars. It doesn't work. It does not work. You're driving down the road like this, and you're bouncing, and if you're big like me, your man boobs are bouncing up and down, and you're going down the road, and you're trying to change the radio station. So you go to press, and your finger presses something else because of the vibration in the road. She's like, oh, do it again. They don't work in cars. My Mercedes had like a spinny wheel thing on the middle of the center console, and that just worked great. And then when they upgraded it, they had to go to this swipey finger thing on it. And it's great when you sat still, but when you're driving and you want to change the radio station, it doesn't work. I could just solve the car industry. I really think I could. So what I'll do, and then I'll go back through the comments now and see what grinds other people's gears. My missus grinds my gears. Yeah, we won't comment on that because I've got a missus. Right, let's have a look. Tom, did you ever get all right, yes, Ben, I did. I'll answer that in a sec actually, because I did a video on that. You're telling me you've not watched it? So, Sophie Julian, your message is restricted for some reason, and it won't let me review it. What grinds my gears is engine noise-free speakers. You must have come out with that before I said it. What grinds my gears is electric handbrakes. Graham. No! Do you know what? I hated electric handbrakes when I got one because it was on the Merc, and then my Golf had one which was amazing because it had auto hold on it, and most automatics, when you let your foot off the brake, it creeps and it's annoying because you've got to keep your foot on the brake. The Golf, you press the brake once, you stop, and it just held it, and you tap the accelerator and it went. My truck, however, has got a lever brake. It's not like I can drift a truck with them big knobbly tyres on it, is it? What grinds my gears is automatic cars. No! I understand if you like manuals for like messing around and toys and you don't do a lot of mileage, they're great. For me, in my position, I do a lot of city centre driving, and I could not go back to be on and off the clutch in traffic. It absolutely irritates me. So I have an automatic for my daily cars, and then for my weekend cars and ones that want to mess around in, manual all the way. Let's have a look. I don't have any interest in modern cars. Daniel, I didn't, and I've started to. No synchro grinds my that is very true. Do you know what? Someone's messaged me and I can't remember what it was on. I read it briefly when I was doing something. I need to reply. Someone asked me about the mini crunching and I said it with a synchro mesh in my head, but I didn't reply it for some reason. 66 plate, mate. Tom's dad. Oh, is someone asking about the Golf? Cheers, mate. I didn't buy a car. I'm going, what's this? Yo, popping in between the decorating, lol. Hello, Alex. Hope the decorating's going well. And by decorating, I hope you mean painting that mini of yours. What grinds my gears is people who drive up your backside. Yes, the typical BMW driver, whereas most people in Volkswagens and every other car sit back here, but a BMW driver is like right here. Sorry if you just saw all my freckles. Where are you going? Bloody cushion. The YouTube's cushions just fell off. Stay. What grinds my gears is rust. Yes, it does. You're not sending your truck hard enough. I know. How many cars do you have? How many cars do you have a what? Love your stuff. Or what? Right. I've got 3 cars, 2 of which are functional. I've got the red Mini, obviously, that I finished. That was a project car, which is now a summer day car. And I've got the pickup truck, which is my daily driver, which I'm still yet to do a video on, but I'm limited because I can't get out during this lockdown. And then I've got the turn tech that I'm doing as well. What make is your mini exhaust? Fletcher, brother. Fletcher all the way. Thing that grinds my gears is BMW driver not using the indicators. I had an argument with someone with the indicators once, and I can't really use the language that I said. But I was following them, and we've gone around all these corners and not indicated once. It was on a roundabout, and he went off in front of me and went round, and he missed his turning. Wasn't indicating. So I was ready to go, and I thought he'd just loop back on himself. No, he come right round and nearly clipped me up. So I pulled up to him and I said, excuse me, mate. He went, what? I went, do your indicators work? And he went, yeah, why? And I went, well, use them then. And he didn't like the joke of it. 107 watching now. Hello, guys. Thank you. Let me know where you've all tuned in from in the comments. Drastic G. Hi, mate. Loving the room. Is it a workshop? So I just want to get something in here. Drastic G, Gareth, believe it or not, I came across his channel by surprise, and it's something that's very satisfying. What he does is magnet fishing. Now, most people probably think that that's well geeky, but wait, go on his channel and look at what he's found. He's pulled motorbikes out, handguns and Uzi. He's pulled proper guns out, knives like for evidence for police and stuff, and he's handed it all back. Then he also restores some stuff that he can keep on the side. Obviously, you don't keep the firearms, he's not allowed to. But Gareth hit 100,000 subscribers a couple of weeks ago, and all I can say is I hope one day we have 100,000 people in our community of TCR and we can get there. But go and check his channel out. Honestly, mint guy, something different. If you don't want to know about cars and you want to look about treasure hunting, the guy's living the dream. Go and have a look at it. And Gareth, just to answer your question, it was a recording studio and then I've made it into like a YouTube room. Is my truck flappy paddle? Yes, it is, but it's pointless if you ask me. I never use it because it's not DSG. It's not a double clutch. It's just a gearbox with a torque converter. And there's never any need to change down in the truck because it wallows that much. You don't really chuck into corners. Magnet fishing is brilliant. It is. I always watch it. Right, there's a lot of comments getting held for review here now, and I don't know why. Ben Griffin, you asked me a question. Hang on, I need to find that. What did you ask me, Ben? I said I'd answer it. Oh, let me go back. Sophie Julian, what? Your missus grind your gears? Only sometimes, babe. Tom, did you ever get the video? Yes, that was a question. Right, Ben. Sorry for coughing, my throat's going dry. I've never spoke for this long without a pause. The Red Mini, what happened was when I can't even talk. These should be the outtakes. When I got it running with Dave Jag, Sean C, Alex and Alex Hart and Keith and all that, when everyone was there and we got it running, we got it running mint, and then a few weeks later I tried to start it and it was running like an absolute bag of crap, and I thought, what am I going to do with this? So I started messing around with all the carb mixture, and believe it or not, there was no petrol in it. I don't know why that wasn't the first thing that I checked. So I ballsed it up, and then it run really lumpy. So I took it to Mini Sport in Paddington. It cost me about 150 quid for a rolling road. And hang on, what's this? Right, in fact, I'll do that, Gareth. Gareth, I'll do that, but I just don't want to be vacant from the camera moderators. So yeah, it cost me 150 quid to get it set up on a rolling road. And it was a 998, and standard, they pushed 40 horsepower out, and I wish I'd got the print out to prove it, but it's upstairs in the house. You're not going to believe this. 998, stage 1 kit, aluminium radiator, air filter, big air filter on it, it's got a big jet in it. I honestly thought 44 horsepower. 54. I never thought I would ever brag about 54 horsepower, but 14 horsepower extra again, and it's got a 3-inch exhaust that goes all the way out to the back, and a 3-to-1 manifold. Anyone been able? Sorry, it's going mental. There's 102 watching. I can't believe so many of you. There's 102 watching, but there's only 89 likes, and one of them's dislikes. So let's click that button. Can you shout me out and tell everyone to sub to me? I'll be uploading my mini projector. LynX, LYNEX. Go follow that guy, he's in the comments. I'm a lad from Greece. Can't wait to buy an SPI Mini. I've spotted. Get it bought and you'll never look back. I am from Northern Ireland. I'm really nice and needs a fair bit of welding. Matthew Fenton. Just throw yourself in at the deep end, mate. I've just got to really catch up with this. Right, so we've done the grind my gears thing. The t-shirts, we've got a problem. I've left them in the house. So we're going to come up to the first quiz question now. So what I'll need is flipping at them likes jumped in the comments just by saying that. Right, first quiz question, and I can't really show you right now, but the problem is I've got 3 t-shirts. I can't remember whether I've got 2 of the Rush You Mean weight reduction ones or the oh shit it's the Rosas ones. But the only size I've got is XL. So whoever wins them, use them as a pyjama top. Painting them maybe, but don't send me a photo of it when you've done that because it'll break my heart. So yeah, you'll win a t-shirt. I can't remember what you've got, but it's luck of the draw. So all I'll say is you will win a t-shirt. So are we ready for the first question, guys? I'll need quiet in the comments because it'll be the first answer that I see wins. Let's find the quiz questions. Right, this is quite a good question I found. I went on general knowledge car automotive quiz questions before. So question number 1, and it's for an XL t-shirt of whatever's left. and I'll post it out to you in style. The question is, who designed the Volkswagen Beetle? First name and last name. Who designed the Volkswagen Beetle? That's the very first one. That's who designed the Volkswagen Beetle. I'm watching the comments like a hawk. Get your answers in. First one to get it in wins a t-shirt in style. My Nana, Hitler. Whoa, I can't say that. Porsche, you could. Oh, he's done it. He's done it. Hang on. It won't show the message. Oh, hang on. What's happened here now? Whoa, hang on a second. Whoa, one sec. I've just noticed. I'll reveal the winner in a second. Shorrock Mini Resto. Is that a family member? You've got the same surname as me. Who is that? Let me know who that is. Right, let's go for the winner. Daniel Rooney, I hate to be an absolute goon, but I think the speed got the better of you there, mate. And you put Potty Ferdinand. The correct answer is Porsche Ferdinand. And Graham W got it. So, Graham, if you've not already won, I can't remember because we've had about 30 winners now, and it's cost me about 300 quid in t-shirts, which we won't go down. But if you have won, if you haven't already won, Graham, send me an email to tom@totalcarreviews.com. Make sure there's 2 R's there, tom@totalcarreviews.com, with your address, your phone number, and your email address, and I'll get it posted out to you. Well done for the correct answer. A lot of people got that right. But I don't know what happened there. Liam Drew. Hiya, I crashed my Mini when I was 16, just finished fixing it, and I'm 20. What was you doing when you were 16? Where was you driving it? I hope it was on a track. But yeah, Graham W, you've won that, mate. Linux, I've shouted you out. I've already shouted you out, mate. Predicting text. Sorry, Daniel. Sorry about that, mate. Right, let's go for... Should we do another question? Graham, did you get that? Shorrock Mini Resto. Don't think so. I'm restoring a Mini at the moment. Probably the start of many. Whereabouts are you from? You carry the same surname as me. I'm absolutely mesmerised by that. Can you... Shorrock Mini Resto, can you just drop me an email or send me a link with your channel, because I can't access it at the moment because I'm on this here and I don't want to deviate from talking to you lot. Tripe Monger. Hi Tom, I'm loving it. I think the issue with notifications being switched off and comments being held is because you have the made for kids setting enabled. I haven't got the made for kids setting enabled. I think I pressed something last week where it said, do I want to moderate comments? And then I never sorted it. And yeah, I've got to apologise for that because I don't know what's happening. I just have to keep clicking it, I'm afraid. Simpsons Classic, hi Tom, how are you? Mark Simpson, right? This guy that's just joined, you need to go and check his channel. He's just got a job working for Tesla, and Mark Simpson, that's Simpsons Classics, he's doing a clubby estate like mine. He's actually a lot further than me. He's just got onto undersealing the underneath and painting it, and it looks brown from the photos. Surprise, surprise. Similar, twins. And he's very clued up on what he's doing, and he's actually doing it on a budget. And if you want to learn how you can do things cheaper, it might take you a lot longer, but you can do things cheaper, go and follow his channel. It's really worth a watch. You should do a Rate My Mini video, Tom, where people can send you pics of their minis or cars in general. Adam C and Car Throttle did it. Ben Griffin, I used to do that on my channel and he just sort of slipped. I used to do something called Mini of the Week, where people would send me videos and walk rounds of their car, and I used to comment on it and say what it was. The problem was, it was very repetitive. It was great to get people involved, but with what I want my channel to become, which we might as well move on to that now because I did want to talk about this. With what I want my channel to become, it doesn't really fit in with what I'm trying to do. But it's something that I might do as a special video, say once every Christmas, where people throw their favourite cars in and we do it. But saying what I wanted to do with a channel, a few people have said to me with a few questions that I put out on YouTube the other day, which I need to go through in a minute and read out. Someone said to me, and he said, where do you see the channel and what do you want to do with it? Now, a lot of you don't take offence to this and don't take it the wrong way. When I started this channel, it was called Total Car Reviews because I wanted to start reviewing cars. I used to watch people abroad, overseas, and car journalists, and used to get in touch with dealers. They'd get press cars and they'd review them. and it's still something I want to do because I feel like I can put my own spin on it, and I feel like I can be very relatable with it. And I was actually going to call my channel Mank Man Reviews, and it was a bit of a rip off of Aussie Man Reviews, but that's why I didn't do it. But I wanted to get involved in that, and then the channels became, I was sat at home and I'd had an operation, and I was just like, why don't I just start producing videos on what I've already done, because I couldn't get out and film. So I started producing videos called I Bought a Classic Mini, and then it generated from there. And for the past 3 years, I've been stuck in a niche doing classic mini videos, and I really feel like I need to step away from that. And it's not that I want to abandon minis whatsoever. I still want a consistent presence of minis, but I want to move into different things like reviewing classic cars, or reviewing different things, or producing short films of road trips, and it's something I'm really itching to do. And yeah, that's where I want the channel to go, and that's why that reviewing the car, other people's car things didn't really fit in unless I was making a separate video. And without blowing smoke up my own arse and looking at it, when I started these videos, I look back at them, they were so bad. Like, I would be talking to the camera, it'd be really quiet, and then the music would kick in, it'd be really loud, and people were turning the volume up and down as I was watching it. And now I like to think that I've mastered that, and I've found the style of the way I like to edit my videos, and I want to move into that. But I want to produce stories. Like I've got. In fact, before I tell you this, I've got a question for all of you. Can you all please tell me what one of them, what is your favourite episode on my channel and why? Or what is the favourite moment you've seen on my channel and why? If you want to throw that in the comments now, I am going to read that out and I'm going to go through with it. But my most favourite moment and my film or video or creation that I'm most proud of, and I don't think a lot of you have seen it, it's on the channel, and it's called What Happened to Your First Car? A Story I've Never Told. And it was about my first Orange Mini that I uploaded on this channel 6 years ago. And filming that episode, for one, was amazing because I met some amazing people. And the way I filmed it was something that I want to stem into. I want to be, I don't want this channel to be about me. I've never ever wanted that. I've wanted it to be about us as a car community, as a car culture, doing different things and doing it all together. And I've always wanted it to be that. and sadly, I slipped into this mini slope, and I'm trying to get out of it. But that's where I want to go. And my favourite one that I ever produced was literally that story I've never told, because I met Chris and Nikki, who took ownership of my Orange Mini. They rent it out for £250 a day, believe it or not, and they do get fully booked with that. And I believe they've just sold it. But I met Chris and Nikki, who they asked me to go and stay up at theirs in November with the missus so we could, produce more stuff. And I didn't get round to it because sadly one of my relatives was having a triple heart bypass. It was very thankfully recovered, fit as a fiddle, and I'm absolutely proud to the high heavens of your granddad, honestly. Well done on that. And I didn't get up there, but he has got a car collection that is something that's just beyond belief. He's got Bentleys, Rolls Royces, he's got Austins, Ford Mustangs, he's just got Daimlers, he's got cars that are just worth hundreds of thousands of pounds sat in a barn that are all mint. And I want to get involved in that, and I want to produce car documentaries. Anyway, let me get back into what everyone said that their favourite bits have been. Right, I'd love to see you going out in Ollie's B16 boosted mini 365 horsepower, but it's crazy. Ben, if you can set that up, I'll do it, mate. Total car seat, side flapping. Funny. Graham, I'm glad you agree with me on that one, because that episode, there's not many people that find the first car again, and the fact I found it 6 years later, it would have been great if it was 30 years later, but 6 years later was great. Favourite moment is when the turn tech flips on the jig, Vicky Whittle. Yeah, a lot of people say that. That was a worrying day. When that happened, you hear Soph shout in the background, and thank God she wasn't in the garage, because I'm sure she would have been seriously hurt and we would have been going to A&E. And that's just another example of my just jumping, head blazing attitude, really. I should have took a lot of safety measures out, and I didn't. What else have we got? Love the London to Brighton, Max Cooper. Gareth Morgan, loved the Londoners of Brighton video, drive through in a wheelchair. See, they just bring back so many memories. Getting the flywheel off was good. Yeah, when I didn't want to do the retaining bolt. My favourite moment is when you finally got the windscreen in and celebrate good times. Daniel Rooney. Yeah, I know, because I cracked the first one. Once lockdown is done, and until you find the other vehicles to review, why don't you do adventures in the Mini, visit suppliers, places of interest, food and beer. Dave Bryson, I've wanted to do that for this is where I want to do the road trips, and we had just because of what's going on in the world at the moment, we've sort of hit unfortunate times really, because we had, not just for this reason obviously, 3 of my friends from who I met through Minis, we all vowed to buy a random car each in March, and without giving too much away, we had planned a 10-day road trip where we would have to go from A to B, not saying where it was, and doing various challenges along the way. And it was basically going to be like, if you've ever watched Top Gear and you thought, I want to do that, it was going to be, you can do it on a budget, and it was not going to be a blatant rip-off of it. The intro was going to be, welcome to Total Car Reviews. If you've ever watched Top Gear and you thought, I want to do that, then this is the episode and series for you. And that's what it was going to be. And sadly, with what happened in the world, it didn't happen. And it's sort of all gone on the back burner, which has been very difficult. So we've just got to wait for that to come back, and then we can jump on that. So that's what I'm going to do with a road trip, and it's not giving too much away. I'd like to do international road trips. I think me and my dad next year are looking to do IMM in Italy, and we're thinking of driving there, so that should be good. Get some nice drone shots and do some stuff like that. What else have people said? Let's have a look. John Chance, hi mate, how you doing? Mrs. TCR welding, favourite moment, Mark Blundell. I know, yeah. That was just so I could get more time in the garage, that mate. Nick Harrison, hi Tom, he was a winner last week. Mine was when you finished the red Mini and broke down on the motorway. This showed the real world of owning a classic car. Is that the one where the thumbnail's me giving it the bird? That's not to you, obviously, I was doing it to the car. Yeah, that was the icing on the cake really, because when I had the orange Mini, if you watch that video, honestly, go and watch it, because I'm really proud of it, and if there's things I can do better on, then let me know. But the red Mini, when it broke down, we was driving from, it was a nice summer day, and been to where I store it, we got the Mini out, let it warm up, and me and the missus got in it, and we said we'll go for a nice pub lunch, and was meeting family friends in Worsley, which is, it's about 20 mile away on the motorway. So we got in the car, driving there, and I said, oh, it's driving mint this, and Sophie hates it. She's like, she doesn't like the attention it brings the car. And I love it, obviously, because I do YouTube. But we drove on the motorway, and I noticed like a brown spat on the window, and I thought, oh, has a bird crapped on it already? And I was really miffed by it. I thought, why? I've just cleaned it. So carried on driving, then I noticed another one, then another one, and then I looked at the bonnet, and there was water coming up the bonnet. And I thought, that's not right, that. And then I seen steam, and I pulled over, and the thermostatic heater valve that opens and closes with a manual pull had broke, and it was a remanufactured part, and everyone knows the rubbish, which I didn't. And I had to get the AA out, and we didn't go for the pub lunch on a summer day. We got in this sweaty truck with this sweaty driver, drove all the way home, and we had a Chinese takeout instead, and she was like, I'm never going out in that car again. And since then, touch wood, it's been alright. I've not been to it for it's been about a month and a half now, but last time I went, the chrome bumpers have started rusting because they're cheap copies from a supplier which I won't name. But yeah, no, it was a good memory, that. Definitely IMM, great vibe, shame about the weather. Yeah, that was another sort of video I was proud of. I liked it because I edited it in a way of what I imagined at the start, and then we jumped into what it was, and we just got through it. Filled you out and spit roasted. Right, I need to catch up on these. Have you ever thought of organising a car meet? Right, Ryan Wesley. This is another thing I was going to talk about on my list. The car meet, again, yes, I have, and we discussed this on the first live stream. It's cash flow that's the problem. when you're doing big events, and I don't want it to be a meet of 10 people. I want to change the way meets are done. I've always said, and I've got a good friend that runs a page on Instagram called UK Minis, and it was me and him that was going to team up on it, and we was going to call it, like, I can't remember, it was something up north. What was it? It was Sheffield to Southampton, that's what it was. No, Sheffield to Scarborough, that's what it was. And we was going to go from Sheffield, all meet up there at a farmer's field, and we'd drive to Scarborough over 2 days. But on the first day, we'd meet up in York in a farmer's field. We'd camp the night, and we'd have a stage with live bands, a bar, food, and all that. And we'd have like a festival for the one night. And the next day, we'd go to Scarborough, finish on the promenade, and everyone would go home. And we was really involved in getting it sorted, and so much to the fact where Sam had spoken to Scarborough Council, and they were like, yeah, we can do it, but you need to do this, this, and this, and all the safety measures. And when we started looking at it, it was the cash flow. It was, we'd have to invest so much money, where we're not just talking $3,000, we'll be talking, it'd be about 15 to 20 grand just to start renting these fields and doing that before we could do it. And all these people wanted money up front. And we was like, well, what if we do it and we don't sell the tickets? And it was a massive risk. So then we both agreed we'll start small and work up to that. And it just got phased out with how busy we've both been. So I really want to get back involved in that. Let's have a look. Gareth Morgan down through, whoa, it's jumps. Yes, down through Switzerland and Italy, yeah, 100%. Adam Campion, imagine it. Adam Campion, imagine the AA recover from Scotland, I know, yeah. I take it that happened to you. Flat car. I'm going to blank the heater on the whole because of the reputation that the valves have. Yeah, you can do it. You can buy, I think is it DSN or KSN? They do one where it's just a complete cast tap, so there's no valve on it, and they're really good. I need to get one for that actually. What do you think of my dad's Mark II Ford Granada lowered with a Rover V8? Well, Max, I can say I've not seen a picture of that, but that sounds like something that I would be very interested in doing a video on, if you'll let me drive it. I'm off to flash my alt, see if I can get the bugger to output. See you later. Cheers, Keith, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, I had to do that, but wanted to write him. It's Paul P and Keith Miller showed me how to do that. Hang on a second. So, yeah, that. With that cough of yours, I reckon you're drinking the wrong beer. Well, I'm drinking Tiger, Carol Baskin. That's what I'm drinking. No one's seen the Tiger King. That's a really good documentary to watch. Can I just add as well, I like the fact we've got 96 people watching and 101 likes. We're actually a positive outcome now. But if some of you, the 96 of you, are watching and you've not pressed that thumbs up, hit it. Matthew Fenton, Simpsons Classics are great for a guide for welding, been watching his budget club and playlist. Yeah, really good. Honestly, go and watch that. Hi Tom, Total Top Gear sounds great. That's a very good title, that. That is a very... Who's wrote that? James Farrington. That is a very good... James, have you been on that Mini of the Week we did ages ago, or does your name just rhyme with someone else's? Yeah, we're going to do it. I think it'll be next year now because we wanted to do it over the summer months, and we wanted to do it in a way. We was going to do it, and the thing is, I don't know really what I'm getting myself into because I'll do it, and it's me that's got to edit it all, and all my mates will just have a great week, and then I'll be coming back and I'll have miles of footage that I've all got to break down and edit. But it'll be great. My aim with the videos is to try and show you what the classic car world is as a reality. And just, I just want to mess around. I want to die having great memories. I don't want to just think, oh yeah, well I did this and I did that. I want to think, do you remember that time when we just wasted all that money doing that? Like buying a shit car and driving to Scotland or whatever. Many times would love a good road trip, 500 quid budget. Yeah, Gareth, 500 quid budget on a road trip. I think I'd struggle, mate. I think I'd probably drink 500 quid on the road trip in the evenings. And then obviously drive when I'm completely sober. What we're saying, cool, check it out. Vicky Whittle, how did you get so good at editing? First of all, thank you very much for that. I take that as a compliment. I'm not nowhere near where I would like to be. And it was mainly, I hate to say it, and I'm not going to name the person, but when I started doing all these mini reviews, I came across another channel. And I looked at it and I thought, and again, it's not to sound big-headed at all, I looked at this channel and thought, your information is great, it's just coming across in the wrong way. And I found myself skipping, and I was very bored, but I thought, I need to watch this because the info was great. And I thought, if I can get the knowledge of other people and interpret it and get the practice in, then maybe my mistakes can show other people what to do. And I started editing it, and then when I started editing it, I was like, oh my God, how can I do this better? How can I make it like a film? How can I? And I just started delving down all these routes, watched loads of YouTube tutorials, and before you know it, it was taking me 25 hours to publish a 10-minute video because of the editing. And yeah, it's one of them. It's something I got stuck with, something I probably think, why did I ever get involved that deep? But I've got that much bad OCD now, I don't really want to stop doing that. Oliver Middleton, hi Tom, loving the trim. That's actually my cousin. Yeah, we've not seen each other for 3 months probably because of all this stuff that's going on, and he's probably just noticed the blonde hair. Claire Clark, hey Tom, from Mickey and I. Right, so Claire Clark and Mickey Clark, this is it's quite, I think it's a good story, but you probably might, let me know what you think anyway. So what happened was, when I was at IMM, Claire messaged me off an Instagram page she's got for her daughter, and she said something like, Mickey really wanted to make it to IMM, he couldn't because of, I can't remember the reason, can you give him a shout out in your video? And I forgot to do it when I was doing the edit, and then when I went to like Bingley Hall, Claire said, oh, I was the woman that messaged you saying, can you give my husband a shout out? And I was like, yeah, and I was the dickhead that forgot. I felt really awkward. And ever since then, we've just, exchanged messages on Instagram with Mickey and stuff. And because Mickey's doing a VTech build like me. And yeah, it's, whenever I see that name, it always makes me laugh because it was a bit of an awkward situation for me. But yeah, no, I trust they don't think it was a bad thing. But yeah, so they couldn't make IMM, and Mickey's doing a minute. But Claire, if you are still here, can you allow Mickey some more time in the garage, please? Because I believe he's wanting more time. He's not told me that. I'm just trying to help a mate out. A weekend golfer. Hi Tom, love the vlogs. Can't wait to start my own mini project. Well, thank you for your compliment. And honestly, do it. It's something I wish I'd have started a lot earlier in life, and I didn't, sadly. And not because of any reason, but when you find a passion and you really think that passion's worth pursuing, you kind of think, why didn't I find it sooner? And that's sort of where I've ended up, really. OCD is a nightmare. Yes, it is, Graham. It is a nightmare. Also, do me a favour, if there's people watching this, let me know what you're drinking. Because you might be drinking tea if you're teetotal or whatever. Just let me know in the comments what you're drinking. Are you mentioning about being under the thumb, Tom? No. Me and Sophie Julian both know that I am not under the thumb. If anything, I probably overstepped the line far too much, and I'm not surprised that Sophie's left me yet because I just like to do what I like to do. Drinking Corona, Claire. Well, I was going to be drinking that, but I'm on a Tiger Carol Baskin beer. Pepsi Max and brandy. That sounds great. Bud, coffee, black coffee, teetotal. Don't blame me, Graham. I wish I could. Doom Bar. Who's drinking that? Nick Harrison. My dad will love you, mate. Doom Bar. Nothing at the moment. Would like a beer though. Ruben, go grab one, mate. Drinking water because alcohol is banned for sale. Really? Vicky, are you winding me up? I hope that's a joke. Where are you commenting from? Gin, Bud for me. Newcastle Brown. Ooh, absinthe. Ben. Ugh, awful. I've almost polished a large bottle of. He's got it far too easy. Let me tell you. Yeah, I have, Soph. I really have. But that's why we're together, Soph, because you let me do what I want to do. James Farrington, Vimto. Red wine. What red wine are you drinking? Useless at everything. I hope it's Malbec. Yorkshire Tea, Cam's Cars. Thatcher's, Max Cooper. Get on you. Bud for me. But yeah, so, hang on. Vicky Whittle. South Africa. Smokes and alcohol is banned. No, Vicky had no idea you was from South Africa. Ruben's from South Africa as well. Honestly, every week it absolutely blows honestly, my head just goes because I can't get over like how does my presence of just doing what I'm doing on a relatively small channel venture out? Honestly, it blows my mind. Vicky, how long have you been watching? And obviously, be honest, if it's only been a couple of weeks or a couple of days, let me know. I know Ruben's been watching for some time. David Bulmer, Peroni, get on it, mate. I love Peroni. Really bad for hangovers at home, and it is rocket fuel. So what about the clubman? What horsepower should we expect? Theo, we spoke very early days, and in fact, I think you was a contender for Mini of the Week, which we discussed before. Horsepower, if I go B16, about 140. If I go B18, about 160. However, I could go down the route of pushing it to 200, but I want this car to be drivable. I'm going to get the torque steer regardless, but if I can refrain off it, and let's face it, 160 horsepower in a Mini, mate, that's 4 times what it was ever designed to do. So yeah, Mark Short, star number 4. Right, what I'm going to do is, because I'm just reading through comments here, which I love and I will get back to, so if you've got any questions, keep them flowing in. I love it. There's a few things that I've got to ask you, because obviously it's great you asking me stuff, and it is great, but sometimes it kind of feels like I'm on a pedestal and I don't get to ask you guys what you think. So the first one I asked you before, and if there's any newcomers join, please continue to throw it in. The first question I asked, which has already been answered, but again, throw it in if you've just joined. What was your most favourable moment or episode on the channel? So get that in. And then the other one was, do you guys think I could improve on anything? Like, is there anything that you find when you're watching my episodes, you think, why doesn't you do that? Or why doesn't you do this? Or I wish you would do that. If there is, then let me know, because I'll do it. And then I actually got a question off someone that I wrote down. Oh, I can't remember his name. Hang on. I just copied and pasted the question like an amateur. 1 second. I can't find it. The question was, anyway, who was my idol? Turn the music on. Who was my idol? So, it's a big question, this, because I've got a lot of idols and a lot of different things, and if it's certainly regarding this, which in fact, you might knock a song out on that in a minute. Can't talk. You might knock a song out on that in a minute. If it's regarding music, then that's a different story. But if we're just solely talking cars, it's a very short man, and someone that I've been watching for many, many years before he got absolute mainstream. And it's Chris Harris that presents Top Gear. That guy, like I followed him through magazines, and then looking at him on YouTube when he was doing stuff for The Drive, and then Chris Harris on cars. And that guy is like a major inspiration for me, because he's moved from an internet world, which the television companies, like, they don't frown upon, but they're a bit like, oh God, another YouTuber. And he's moved from that into presenting the world's biggest car show. And I'm just like, what a lad. How has he done that? And I've been really enjoying it at the minute on Instagram. He's been doing something called the Whiskey Files, where you can throw a question in. But sadly, he's not answered my question. But that's another story. So yeah, if there's anything that you guys think I could improve on, or what your favourite episode is, then let me know. That's my sort of 2 questions to you. Let's have a look what people have put. Mini Factory, Mini 60 was my favourite, James Farrington. Well, thanks for that. That was part of the IMM video, and it was one of my proudest moments, that as well, because with that, it was sort of where YouTube got real for me, because I got a email of somebody, and it said, we're producing a film for a well-known car brand. Would you like to be involved in it? And I thought, someone's winding me up here, and it was a film company called the Brooklyn Brothers, and I googled them, and I thought I couldn't really find much, and then I went on Company's House and looked at the money they were pulling, and I was like, damn, this just got real. I was like, wow. So we're talking multi-millions that they were pulling. So I emailed back and they said, yeah, of course, and I had to film a video that could be no longer than 5 minutes of me answering these questions live on camera, and it was to see how I would react on camera to what they were asking. And I came in this room and I answered the questions, and I looked back at the footage and I was talking for 2 hours. 2 hours. And I looked at it and I was like, I've got to edit this down to 5 minutes. I was sat there for 3 days editing this down, and I actually emailed the person halfway through and said, can you bear with me because I'm still editing this down? And they were laughing, obviously. We got involved in it, and then she said, great, we would like to ask you if you can come to an event at the mini plant. And I was like, brilliant. And it was the first time YouTube sort of come out, and I was like, how does this open so many doors? And granted, that's the biggest door I've ever had opened on the channel, and I hope to get involved more. But they said, can you come down? I was like, yep. So I went for the anniversary. We had all the cars parked up. We were treated like absolute royalty. We got there, the cars were parked, they were valet parked, so they were cleaned while they were there. We had a tour of the plant. There was all dinner and refreshments put on. There was a coach to drive us down to the plantation where we parked them all up. There was a scissor lift, which I actually managed to blag getting a photo on top of. And they put us up in the Premier Inn Hotel as well, which was all free of charge with a meal, drink and everything. And it was the first time I thought, oh my, can this actually lead to this? Don't get me wrong, I felt very lucky. I felt like, wow, how has this happened to me? Why me? And it was just the fact that online presence can really change things. And I got involved with them. It was a great day. And then before all that happened, I got another phone call from the Brooklyn Brothers, and they said, we're hosting an event down at the mini plant, and it's to resemble the 60th anniversary, and it was for the anniversary of the, I can't remember if it was 60 or 50, I can't remember, but it was the anniversary for the film of the original Italian Job. And I was like, wow, we've got to go to this. So me and my dad drove from Manchester to Oxford, where the plant is, went to this event, got there, and I asked what the dress code was, and they said, oh no, just smart, just there isn't a dress code. So I wore a bloody white hoodie and jeans. Got there, everyone was in shirt and ties, and I was like, oh, stood out like a sore thumb. So I had my camera out and I thought, well, we'll just think I'm a social media geek. And then we did that. Watched the film. Then there was the famous 3 people from the film. Sadly, Michael Caine wasn't there, but he did do a personal speech live, which is on the channel. And we did that, and it was as much alcohol as you could drink. Sadly, I was driving, so I was on non-alcoholic beer, and Dad was drinking, and we come home, and honestly, it was great. So yeah, I'm glad you liked that. What else have we got? George Newbrook, more videos, more info, even if it's simple stuff to you. But there's other young mini owners like me who are trying to learn as much as possible, and YouTube is a great way. Very true. I must admit, I am guilty of that, like brushing over things and not doing as much as I should, and sorry for that. What else have we got? I think sometimes for a lot of the audience, being very basic is best. Never assume the audience knows what you are talking about. Your videos are pretty much informative, so I think I would add more. Cheers. Do you mean by that I don't put enough in? Like I'm just sort of brush over it? Crazy Craigie, you're perfect as you are. Just do what makes you happy. Cheers, mate. Sounds like something my missus would say to me that. You come across, Sophie Julian, you come across as very happy together, and that's what counts. Long may it last. Why? What she said? She said we don't. He's all right, I suppose. Oh, she's getting at me. Have you got any tips for doing car shots when filming? Cam's cars. This is I don't know what you want me to do with that question, because if you're asking me, the most anal person ever about filming a video, then it's the wrong person to ask. But I tend to film things 4 times, just so, like, if I'm from different angles. So you'll notice in the latest video, I pushed the welder trolley into the garage, and that took about 6 different angles of filming, where I pushed it in, pulled it back out, moved the camera, pushed it in, pulled it back out, moved the camera, and so on and so on. And yeah, I'm not the best person to ask for that. I'm like applying for the jobs they want to. Oh god, someone's got a right conversation going here. Rub and smoke and sauce, Epiphone versus Gibson. It depends. This is another question that really depends. I'm a massive Epiphone geek, but there is a clause to this. Old Epiphones. The new Epiphones, the build quality is shocking. That is, I'm gonna think, 13 years old, and the quality is so solid and thick. and the newer Epiphones, they feel very hollow. So I'd love a Gibson, don't get me wrong, but I'm more of a Fender fanboy over Gibson. No, Tom, we're having an under the thumb conversation, everything is okay. It's great. Right, so I don't know if anyone's interested, but does anyone want to hear me play this? Because I know there was a comment in the last week. So let me know if you want to hear me play it, and I will. And I'm absolutely dying for a Wii. What price do you reckon minis will peak at? Honestly, I think they're at the peak now. I think they're at a really overextended peak. I think they need to drop. Why don't you play the song you've played FaceTime on last night? How did it go? My girlfriend looks like... Yeah, no, I'm not going to play that. Had a Tiger beer, have we? Yes, I have. A Carol Baskin beer, Mr. 2. Not brushing over it, just would love even more. Don't feel like it would bore us. Might just be me because I'm not experienced, but watching a video on simple jobs is easier for me to understand. Yeah, George, the problem I've got with that is, well, I haven't really got a problem with it, but it's kind of bad because what I've perceived, like I've started doing these videos and if I'm not, like, I'm only doing saying what I think. I feel like people look up to me as if I know what I'm doing. And it's like, oh, I'll ask Tom, he knows. And it's like, I honestly don't. I bought this car and with no experience, and I thought, you know what, sod it. If he can do it, I can do it. And I learn from my mistakes. And yeah, but if you really want advice and stuff, watch Dave Jag's channel, Dave Jaguar 66. Watch him. He really knows what he's on about. Go to the toilet, not going to keep it in. True, Ruben. True. So if anyone wants me to pick up the guitar, let me know. Break the seal, Tom, before you... Yeah, right, so we've had one winner already. Let's do another question. So, a question, what amp do you play for, Ben Griffin? I play for a Fender Frontman 212i. It's a 100-watt combi amp with two 12-inch speakers in it. Really great stuff. Guitar. Anyway, here's Wonderwall. No, we won't be playing that. Right, what I'll do is, before we jump into that, because I'm going to need a Wii, I'm going to leave you with a question, I'm going to run for a Wii, and then when I come back, I'm going to pick the winner. So, quiet in the comments, it'll be the first one that I see. You're going to win a t-shirt, XL, can't choose a size, it's all I've got left. Are you ready? The next question is, and I'm waiting for it, which band wrote the song Fake Tales of San Francisco? So that's which band wrote the song Fake Tales of San Francisco. Get your comments in now. I'm going to look for it after I've broken the seal, and we'll go from there, because as soon as I come back, I'm going to pick a winner. It'll be the first comment that I see. So which band wrote the song Fake Tales of San Francisco? I'm going now for a wheel. I'll be back in a sec. Oh, I'm back. It's absolutely chucking it down out there. Wow. Sorry about that. Right, winner, chicken dinner. Are the comments still rolling in? So the question was, which band wrote the song Fake Tales of San Francisco? And the winner will win a t-shirt. Let's scroll up. First one I see. And surprise, surprise, it's Ben Griffin. James Hogg, you were second, and Who else? Tom Caradice, you were third. So Ben Griffin, you're the winner. If you drop me an email to tom@totalcarreviews.com, make sure there's 2 R's in the middle. Send me an email with your address, phone number, and email address, and I'll get it posted out to you. We've got one more question for one more prize, obviously further on in the live stream. Leave the seat down. No, I actually left it up. Sorry about that. No worries, Ben. I'm glad you won. So, yeah, I just want to say to all of you, honestly, thank you for tuning in. Like I say, we peaked before just shy of 110 people, and it baffles me the fact that even 10 people consider coming listening to me. It's, you know, I could drone on for hours and I might be boring. But let's have a look. Questions. Let's go through these. Right, there was a topic I wanted to sort of touch on tonight, and it's something that I thought I want to say. It's not going to change the world, it's just my opinion. So if you're all listening to it, then great. And the thing is, I've always had a question to myself, and it's something I watch. When I watch other YouTubers, I have this list of what annoys me. So the topic is, what annoys me about other YouTubers? And the first one is, as soon as I see a title saying, I bought a, now that's not a problem. I bought a, fair enough. What does irritate me is, I bought a and it cost me this much. It's like, why? Have we really resorted to spouting numerical financial figures to get likes? It works, obviously. And I see it all the time, like people put, I bought a £1 million apartment, or I just bought a £10 million yacht. Great, massive achievement. Lose the money. I bought a yacht. I understand people are interested in what they want to see, but to me, it's a massive dick move, and I just don't brag about it. There's so many YouTubers I watch where they're obviously from wealthy backgrounds, or they've made their own wealth, and you know what? Fair play to them. You've made it and they're subtle about it. There's nothing I hate more than people like, yeah, well, I've got this and I've got that. There's no need to put, I bought this. I made a video, I bought a classic Mini. That's what happened. I bought a classic Mini. And in the video, I might happen to say how much I bought it for. But why put it in the title? It's like you're bragging. It's like, would you put a Facebook status on saying, I bought a car and it cost me £100,000? Because you wouldn't, because everyone would just be like, oh my God, who is this guy bragging? And that's what YouTube's sadly becoming slowly. It's more about, because it's such a hard platform to conquer, where getting ratings, getting views, everyone's like, oh, well, I'll just say this and I'll do that. And they're going to extreme measures to get it. The other thing that really bugs me is when people rip off other channels or other people's videos. So, for instance, when the whole vlog scene come around, and it was like, you know, I'm going to vlog about my life, I'm going to vlog about my holidays, everyone was watching Casey Neistat, but everyone was editing in the same way as Casey Neistat, and it was like, why? Find your own niche. And I will admit, there's a lot of YouTubers I look up at and I think, oh, I might try that in my video, I might try this. But if I do that, I do it in a different way. And then eventually, I will admit, a lot of the stuff I've watched on YouTube has actually developed my own style in editing these videos. It's developed the fact where I edit them in a certain way, I structure them in a certain way, and that's where it's come from. But let me know in the comments what annoys you about YouTube. If there's anything that annoys you about YouTube, the platform, or YouTubers' videos, let me know, because there's a lot of things that bug me about it. They're the two things that really irritate me. As soon as I see, and the problem is, it might be me sounding big-headed, but I'm a massive hater of reality TV. Now, there's people in here that probably love it, like Love Island and all that, but I watch it and I just think, you're famous and you're a multi-millionaire for looking pretty. And I've got no issue that they're a multi-millionaire, but my respect, if someone's gone, yeah, well, I become a multi-millionaire because when I was 16, I used to sell chocolate bars at school, and then I set up my own business doing this, and I did that. That is a far more interesting story than going, yeah, what happened was I was a nobody, I went on Love Island, made a fool of myself, and now I'm a multi-millionaire. There's just no effort in it. There's no effort in it whatsoever. And some of the stuff I see on TV, I really feel like I could produce something a lot better, and that's not me being big-headed, but I look at car programs and I think, I would like to have seen this, and I'm sure a lot of you do. I'm sure a lot of people do sit there and go, well, I'd like this and I'd like that. fair play. If you like different things, you like different things. But I just want my chance to push my take on things and show people the way I see the world and the way I see different stuff, and that's what I do. So when I see reality TV like Real Housewives of Cheshire or Love Island or Real Housewives of Orange County, it's like it's look like they've been a housewife for so many years. I'm just pouring another Carol Baskin beer. They've been a housewife for so many years, never had to worry about anything. And then all of a sudden they're like, oh yeah, so now I'm a TV star. And they go from being a housewife to a celebrity. That's another term that I don't like. 53 Leon, let's have a look what you put. What does my head in is when someone takes so much time to make and edit videos and people give shit comments for no reason, and half the people do it just to be I can't say that word because I'm monetized, but no, do you know what? Right, Leon, I understand your sort of thought on that, where you're like, I hate that. But me, I learned from about 6 months in, I thought, no matter what I do, there is going to be somebody that doesn't like what I do. Or they're going to just be negative to be like, you know what, I'm going to be negative for him just because I don't like him. And I understand that. I totally get that. I get it. But there's one lesson that my great gran always told me. It's a lot harder to be nice than it's a lot harder to be nice than it is to be mean. And it's right. You can be very negative about something really easily, but to be nice and over enthusiastic is a lot harder. So the hate doesn't really bug me. Not sure if you went last year, and if not, I highly recommend the mini festivals at Brands Hatch. Yeah, I want to go. I really want to go. Classic mini shorts. Hang on, what's this? Right, I think I've missed something here in the comments. Mark, I'm glad you got the t-shirt, mate. I posted that the other day. Simon Webster, yeah, I often look at car programs and think, why do you spend a fortune doing that? This is, I get that, and in the classic car world, a lot of people are like, why do that? Or I would have done this and I would have done that, but you don't know the circumstances. And I learned this in a very hard way. When I was 18, I worked for a well-known refrigeration brand, and I was an electrician for those, and I did a bit of the mechanical stuff as well. And we used to maintain one of the biggest supermarkets across the whole of the UK. And sometimes I'd be working days and I'd be working nights. I'd be working a day and a night shift in the same day. The longest shift I ever did was 25 hours straight, and honestly I thought I was going to die. It was awful. I didn't go to sleep for 25 hours whilst working, so I was knackered. But like there was things I had to do when I was on a night shift where the client would have been more annoyed if I didn't get those fridges up and running so they could put their £50,000 worth of food in it, rather than me going, that looks neat. So for instance, say I'd put a cable in across a ceiling and I was like, oh god, you know, it's a bit short or this, and it's like I might have to cut a corner and hide it somewhere. But then the difference is somebody would go to that 3 weeks later, take a picture of it and go, how shit's that? So there's being a judge of someone's work, and then there's understanding the circumstances. If you understand what's happened, then you might have reason with it. So I used to look at people's work and I think, that's rubbish, I don't like that, and this, and then I'd go back and I think, well, hang on a minute, I've been in that situation where I've got to get this done, and that's the only way I could do it, and then you might understand it. So a lot of people criticise, but honestly, it doesn't get to me. Not sure if you know, I've seen that comment and gone, but Tom just sent you an email with a t-shirt. Thank you very much. I run a guitar competitions company and we give away cool prizes. Happy to get you a ticket for one of our competitions as a thank you. Ben, if you could do that and also send me the link to that company, I'll be interested in that, because like you say, I'm a big guitar fan. So many of these car shows on TV are all set up. I very rarely watch them. Yeah, Daniel, I don't know if I can say this or not. Right, without mentioning names and not name dropping, I know someone very famous that runs a very large car TV show, and my first question to, and he only lives a couple of miles up the road, and I'm not going to mention his name because it's not fair. He's not here to defend himself, but it's not to do with him. I said to him, when you get a car in and you say you've got 3 weeks to do it, does it get completed in 3 weeks? And he said no. He said for TV purposes it's 3 weeks, but he says most cars we have 4 months. So these car TV shows, it is scripted, but it works its magic. It keeps you watching, keeps you doing stuff, honestly. But I understand they have to, like tell like little white lies about stuff, and understand that. Give us a tune, play us a tune. Oh God, it's true, you know. Max Cooper, is it true you know Tim from Car SOS? Yeah, I do. And just for the record, I wasn't actually on about Tim Shaw then, by the way. Dude, my phone's nearly dead, don't want to rush you, but play a tune. Oh God, my t-shirt. Right, I'm going to play a tune. Let me flick the amp on. I don't know what you want me to play. Bear in mind, I've had a couple of beers. Right, hang on, let's turn that music off. I just tend to play random stuff. Hang on. Stay there, guitar. In fact, do you want an acoustic song or an electric song? Let me know in the comments right now. Let me just adjust the camera. Let me know right now what you prefer. So many. What's this? I work in a body shop and customers come once in the garden in 3 weeks. And it's, yeah, it's impossible. Stood up with a lot of you. Let me know what you thought of that. Highway to Hell. Trev Eves, I'm late. Sorry, don't worry about it. Clash, oh God, amazing. Cool. That guy's got talent. I don't know. There's loads that I used to play. Smoke on the Water, that's easy. That's a very simple one that I learned from years ago. Or you can play it in bar chords and be very clever. Johnny B. Good. I just sort of did that one, mate. So there's loads that I used to do, but my guitar tutor. In fact, I tell you what I'll do. Let me turn this off. So you've had a dabble of the electric playing. There's something that I learned ages ago. I was absolutely obsessed with playing the electric, and then part of it just really always wanted to learn the acoustic. And I learned it, and I learned a lot of finger picking stuff. Hang on, let me start again. That was a cock up. Tell I've had a beer. Hang on. Yeah, so that's a lot of the stuff that I learn, and it's I don't know if you've ever heard of an artist called Ben Howard. He does a lot of finger picking, and the technique he uses. He's got here's a new YouTube channel. There is a YouTube channel dedicated to this from years ago, and it's called Touch and Go. So without being too technical with it, but if you watch the sort of the finger picking style, it's like it goes. So it's like so there's always two notes before the slaps. It's like hang on, can't even remember it now. Watching that hand do that all the time, and it took me ages to master that. English Rose, it's in the wrong tuning, Dad, I can't do it. Dueling banjos, oh yeah, as this. Ages ago, and it goes on in this song, and it's called a pinch harmonic. So you've got basically can't even do it, so hang on. So anyway, when it goes to the chorus, it goes like. You don't necessarily hear that unless it's through an amp. Boom, boom, boom. Any Venga boys. Could listen all night. Got a sort of kids, Tata geezer. Yeah, see you in a bit, mate. I'm glad you enjoyed that. But yeah, that's my guitar playing, and I've been playing. I can just sort of guess the question that's coming next. How long have you been playing for? I first ever had a lesson playing the guitar when, what year was it in school? Year 3, so what was that? 7, 8? And they were really rubbish lessons, and then I started having proper lessons when I got to about 12. I had good lessons for about 4 years, and then when I started a job, they just all went on the back burner. Ruben, thank you very much for that. What was my first guitar? It was, believe it or not, it was an Argos Special. Let me just adjust this camera because you feel like you're looking at my crotch, you dirty buggers. My first guitar, that's not even level. My first guitar was a Argos Special, and it was a Harold nylon string guitar, and I used it for my school lessons, and then when I started having proper lessons, my dad said to me, he said, when you can play That's Entertainment by Paul Weller or The Jam, I'll buy you a decent electric guitar. So they bought me a Squier Stratocaster, which is like a Fender cheaper version, like Epiphone is a Gibson, and when I could play that, he said, I'll buy you an Epiphone Les Paul if you can play Sweet Child of Mine. And then that's when this came about 13 years ago. And then when I was 16, my mum and dad said, if you can play English Rose by The Jam, I'll buy you a nice acoustic. So that was for my 16th birthday present, an Epiphone EJ200. And ever since then, I've kept running guitars. The only one I've added is a Fender Ritchie Blackmore Signature, which I use a lot, but it's up in the house. My first guitar was a 1961 Burnt of London Wild Dog with a split sound. That sounds very nice. What sound deadening on the rooftop? What, in here or in the car? In here it's just foam, just like eggshell foam. I had a cheap guitar first for my 21st. My dad got me an electroacoustic. 15 years later, I still have it. Best guitar ever. My dad passed 2 years ago. The guitar means everything to me. Do you know what? I'm really sorry for your dad passing. It's obviously a very hard thing to do, but you've got something to remember him by. And I won't get rid of my guitars because of that sentimental value. I've got 4, but there's no reason for me to have 4, but I just keep them because of that reason. And if you play a drum kit, we will kick you out. Hang on, what was that? Phil Jones. What's this? Phil Jones. Yeah, no, I used to. I do play the drums, and the reason I started having drum lessons when I was, I used to play in a band, and honestly, go and search them. Don't click off the live stream, but go and search them. They're called Mentus, M-E-N-T-U-S, Mentus Music. Go and search them. Great music. Wrote all their own songs, and I used to play with those. And I used to struggle with timing, so I started learning the drums, like with beats and rhythms. And when I started learning that, it really brought on my guitar playing, and that's why I started doing it. It's just one of those things. But I miss playing in a band, but I enjoy messing with my cars more. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd love to just be able to knock a good song out on that and just get on with it, but it's one of those things. Ben Griffin, Tom off, cheers for the entertainment tonight and the t-shirt. See you later. Yeah, no worries, mate. Thanks for tuning in. And we've got the last question because Ben's just reminded me. So we give 2 t-shirts away, and we've got the last question. And you'll be glad to know it's sort of car related, but it is film related as well. So if I could have a quiet in the comments. And the last question is, and you'll win a t-shirt. Sadly, it's in XL only, and that's what it will have to be. Sipping the fuel before I answer the question. Have I got any more left? Oh yes, I've got more Carol Baskin beer left. Look at that. Right, last question, Sophie. Don't 100% take my word for it, but I don't think it matters. So it's capital lowercase t. I don't know what Sophie's replying to there. Is the T in Tom in the email? Graham, it doesn't matter, mate. It's just all lowercase. Tom at TOM@totalcarreviews.com. Right, so bloody hell, Dad. Beer number 5. You must be swaying. I hope it's Lemon Dream. Right, question number 3, but it was number 2, but I read them out in the wrong order. So this is for a t-shirt that someone's going to win. So you all need to know. Are you ready for this? It's the first answer that comes up on my screen. I understand that people's may be delayed and all that, and it might come up different, but we're going with what comes up on my screen because I do believe it'll be the most accurate since I'm hosting the live stream. The question is, in which 1985 film starred a DeLorean car? So that's in which 1985 film starred a DeLorean car? First answer wins. One last time. In which 1985 film starred a DeLorean car? Oh! Hang on. Right. Gareth, you've already won, and you're still commenting. Right, Keith, Classic Mini Workshop, Back to the Future. Keith, you'll be glad to know you was 3rd. Well, man, wow, the comments are going nuts. You'll be 3rd. Right. So the person that's won, I'm not sure how to say your name, but it's Algo the Don. You've won. You was first with that after the comment from Graham. So if you want to send me your address with your phone number to tom@totalcarreviews.com, make sure there's 2 R's in the middle in the Total Car Reviews, and I will post it out to you. So I need your email address, your phone number, and your address to your house, and I'll send it out to you. Everyone else that got the answer right, please, honestly, thank you very much for taking part. That was great. And obviously I can see a lot of you got that Back to the Future. It was great. Fast and Furious. Sadly it wasn't me. I wish it was. Minisaurus, you say you was first, but I've said this from many live streams now because I got a few screenshots after the first one. It's what I see first on my computer because I'm the host of the live stream. So apologies if it shows first on your computer, but there is a time delay with these live streams, so I apologise for that. Then again, you can always check it out and you can join another competition. And the 82 of you that are watching, just if none of you have pressed the thumbs up button, give it a click, and it boosts the YouTube. What's it called? Discovery. That's what it does. It allows more people to see it. Graham, I've emailed you, Tom. I got the hardest to spell answer tonight. Well done, mate. Well done. Right, I'm going to wrap up in approximately 5 minutes. So if you want me to answer any questions now, or you've got anything you want me to ask, to mention, or anything you want me to say, you need to get it in the next 5 minutes, because when this is gone, I'm going into the house for another beer. Phil Jones, off now. Great video, Tom. Stay safe, one and all. Yeah, Phil, you too, mate. Cheers, thank you very much. Ruben Pays 120 likes. I know, cheers, Ruben. Max, the t-shirt, sadly, and it's really sad with this, they were £17.50 each, and wow, Gareth, honest, whoa, what's that? Gareth, honestly, you didn't have to do that, mate. Just before, are you going? Honestly, you didn't have to do, wow, I didn't even know you could do that. What? You just tipped me £4. Thank you very much for that. I honestly didn't even know you could do that. Thank you. I don't really know what to say. Cheers, mate. Honestly, thanks very much for that. And I can assure you every single penny of that will go into the Clubman to producing more episodes. So thank you very much for showing that. You didn't expect that. It's not a paid thing. And thank you very much. Wow, it's took me by surprise. Wow, thank you. Honestly, it means a lot. It really means a lot. Thank you very much, Gareth. What's this? Off now, I've seen that. How much? Yeah, Max, the t-shirts. Sorry, Gareth, you've knocked me for 60. Honestly, I didn't even. Wow, that's a new thing to me. I didn't even know you could do that. But yeah, thank you. The things with the t-shirts, Max, I won't be restocking them sadly because they just cost too much to make, and I was sat with about 300 quid's worth of stock, and I've give it all away, so I've made an absolute loss on them, so I can't really bring them back in. What's this? Shall I schedule in for next week? Elwood Mini Works. Ooh. The problem I've got is I've borrowed my neighbour's Wi-Fi. Whoa, Ben. Gosh. Honestly, thank you very much. I didn't. Wow, I don't even know what's going on. Honestly, wow. Honestly, guys, thank you. You don't have to do that. If you're sending money, I don't know what it is. Is it a tip? Is it money? I've not even looked into this live streaming malarkey. But thank you very much. Honestly, it means the absolute world. A view or a thumbs up or a subscribe from yourselves means more than anything. And thank you very much for that. It really means a lot. Ben, Gareth, the pair of you, you really didn't need to do that. Striptease money. That won't be happening because then I won't get my YouTube ad revenue. Mark Shorrock, Gracie says night, little sis, sleep tight. I'll see you in the morning. That's what the $sign is for the chat time. Oh right, is that what that is? I wondered how that happened because Cole did it the other week and no way. Oh, super chat. Well, I can assure you, you don't all have to do that because I do try and read all your comments, and it's not like we're a massive stream. We've had about 100 people in. Anyway, honestly, guys, thank you so much for that. It makes my heart melt that you think I'm even worth a £5 or £3. Honestly, bloody hell. Thank you very much. Shall I schedule for next week? Elwood Mini Works. Yeah. So what I was saying with that was, I'd love to, but my next door neighbour with these Wi-Fi extenders, I've borrowed them off him because I can get Wi-Fi in here. Without them, I can't, and I don't want to be cheeky because I've had them for 2 weeks now, and I don't want to ask him to borrow them again. But if you're watching, Mike, lend them me again. Please bring another beer, as you don't see the super chat. No. Unless it's more beers, it's called super chat. £8. You are very generous. Honestly, thank you. It's worth a lot. That. Cameron McIntosh. In fact, friggin' hell, Keith, stop! Wow, bloody hell. Honestly, keep it up. Right, Cameron, don't go because I'm going to talk about you in a minute. Honestly, what's going on? Right, look, I'm not doing this for a profit. Honestly, I'm really not. I do it because I want to engage with the audience that take the time to watch my videos. And the fact Keith, Gareth, and Ben have just tipped me that. I didn't even know you could do. Whoa, Ben's done another one. Ben, stop, because it's 4 bottles for £6 now. Stop it, honestly. Right, guys, honestly, thank you very much, Gareth. Look, I might deserve it, but honestly, these dying people out there with charitable causes. Honestly, I'm earning a living. It's I can make money, but there's people out there that can't get water. Honestly, and I'm not trying to make you feel guilty for doing it, but thank you very much. Keith, again, thank you. Oh, God, honestly, I'm not for six at the fact that people would do that. Honestly, thank you very much. Right, what was I saying? Hang on, I don't even know what I was on about then. Yeah, so the Wi-Fi extenders, I borrow them off my next door neighbour. Otherwise, these live streams wouldn't happen. It's because I can't get through to Virgin at the moment to get them. Right, hang on, questions. How is it going, mate? We had Cameron McIntosh, that's what I was talking about. Right, Cameron. Me and Cameron McIntosh, Cameron runs a company called CM Fabrications, or CM Machining, which he recently rebranded to. Now, at the last mini show in... I've lost my words of thought because you've thrown that money at me, honestly. Thank you. Right, so Cameron McIntosh, yeah. Me and Cameron messaged me about 18 months ago now on Instagram saying, I run a machining company, is there anything you want making? And I said, funny enough, there is. So we developed, and I don't know how I can get these on camera, but we developed these, which are indicator stalk covers for the Classic Mini. So you basically undo your indicator stalk, slide that on, push your spring in there, and then they just screw in like that. So basically that screws in, and that they're new indicator stalks for the Mini. And we launched those in January. Now the problem we had, there was a slight manufacturing fault where they were a bit baggy, so we rectified that. Then all this COVID stuff kicked in and we couldn't sell them. So the kit we're selling is a handbrake lever cover, which I'll bring to the camera if you can see. All hand machined, and they're just held in with these little grub screws. And then that's obviously a close up of the indicator stalk. All machined out of aluminium, polished. And we do a gear knob as well, which is got my signature in it. And it's not pretentious, it's just that's what the branding's going to be. And they're made from aluminium polished to a high standard, and the real leather. So if you smell them, everyone loves the smell of leather. It smells really great, and they've got a band of leather on the indicator stalks as well. And we were going to be selling these, and we had some really reasonable prices, and then everything went sort of tits up with what was going on. So we had to kibosh it. But these indicator stalks will be for the Mini, so there'll be a gear knob, a handbrake lever, an indicator stalk, and there's a kit set. I can't remember the pricing because it's been that long, but it was on my Instagram. And we're going to be selling them in these 3 choices of colours. You'll have the tan brown leather, you'll have the black leather, and you'll have the cream leather as well. We're ending soon, boys, because there's no beer. The only thing is, we're going to offer an option where you can choose a material and a stitching of your colour, but there'll be a surcharge of £30 to do that. And they were meant to launch around February, and it didn't happen because there was a few manufacturing defects that we had to sort out, and then all this COVID stuff kicked in. But when they come out, they'll be ready. Right, I need to catch up on these. Gareth, I'm glad you think I deserve it. This gives me something to do on a Friday night. Ben, honestly, thank you. Just tune in, honestly, you don't have to throw money my way. Trevi, oh, hang on, what's going on here? What's going on here? Ben Griffin, this gives me something to do on a Friday night. Well, thank you. Trevi's, buy you a pint sometime. Honestly, thank you very much. Ruben Page, beer money is very welcome. Cheers, Ruben, honestly. The look on your face is priceless. Donate the money to a charity, mate, if it makes you feel better. Graham, honestly, I don't want you to feel bad by saying that, but the internet baffles me because I'm just a regular guy that will happily sit and just talk absolute waffle for hours with my audience that are willing to spend the time to watch my videos. And the fact that you've just tipped me, it knocks me for six, honestly. Not just you, obviously, Graham, Ben and Keith. I didn't even know it was possible, and thank you. It means a lot. Keith, let's see if we can hit 30 million for Tom. 30 million? What? Subscribers or views? I'm only at 1.2. Oh, Ben! Ben, what are you doing? Oh, how much have you done now? Oh, Ben. 3, 2. Ben, you've just done a tenner. Oh, Ben, honestly, please, thank you very I didn't even know. Stop, because it's like I'm getting paid for this, and then the government will come down on me because I'm on furlough pay and they'll think I'm earning money on the side. Honestly, thank you, Ben. On behalf of the poor YouTube revenue, it is poor, but I do. If anyone's wondering what I earn from YouTube a month, it's about £39 a month, something like that. It pays for the website because I earn £39 a month off YouTube. The website cost me 22, and my non-copyright music cost me 30 quid a month. So I'm actually losing £10 a month producing these videos. Right. Anyway, 30 mil for Captain Tom. What's 30 mil? What does that mean? 30 million followers, 30 million subscribers, 30 million views. I'm at 1.2 million, nearly 1.3 million upload views. Max Cooper, can I have a follow on Instagram? Max, send me a DM on Instagram. I've got about 50 unread at the minute, but send it me and I will follow it. Matt Cooper. Oh, Max Cooper and Matt Cooper. Hi, Tom. It was good to see you at Bingley Hall and talk about my club and estate. Matt, I'm really sorry, but I'm trying to put a face to the name and I can't remember. I'm pretty sure if you show me your face, I could remember. It's just, honestly, it's absolute chaos, mate. Honestly, really brilliant. Use the veg tan leather, it will age really nice. What? Ben! Ben! Stop it! One last fiver for good luck. Honestly, Ben! Do you know what? What's going on? Ben, honestly, stop, right? Just stop, because the thing is, mate, I do this because I get enjoyment out of it. I don't do it for a living. Ben, thank you very much. Guys, I'm baffled. Why do you appreciate this so much? Ben's had a few. He certainly has. Graham, we're all regular guys though, mate. By the way, I didn't tip you. I'm not taking recognition for something I didn't do, mate. Ben, Graham, hang on. There's 2 Grahams there, isn't there? Yeah, Graham, not oh, God, did I mention the wrong name? Gareth, I'm so sorry. Honestly, if I've mentioned Graham, I'm so sorry. The comments are just that quick. But honestly, everyone that's... Right, oh, God, what's going on? Stop! Well, what's this now? I am Jawa. Just wanted to show some support and say you're revigorated for a little bit. Right, thank you very much, I am Jawa. Honestly, the furlough fiver, it certainly. Right. Right, Gareth, you have started something now. Before you know it, do you know what? Hang on, wait, what have we got up to now? Let me just add that up. Right, so hang on. Gareth did a fiver, then Ben did 3, so that's 8. Then Keith did a fiver, so that's 12. Then Ben did 2, that's 14. Then Ben did a fiver, 19. Then Ben did another fiver, that's 25. Then Ben did another fiver, that's 30. And I am Jawa's just done £10. That is my YouTube ad revenue money in one live session. What? Do you know what? Right, honestly, stop. Oh, Paul! Paul! It's gone into 40. Right. I don't know what to say. Oh. What do I even say to this? I'm here to entertain you guys in a difficult situation, and you're paying me for it. Stop it. Stop it. All I can say is that money you've just paid me has just paid for a couple of panels that I bought for the Mini, but honestly, stop now. Stop. Paul Sullivan, thank you very much for that. You didn't have to do it along with everyone else, and it means a lot. Thank you very, very much. God. Right, I'm going. Yes, Gareth, you did, mate. I'm glad he's got his sorted out, Graham. Yeah, Graham. Sorry, Gareth and Graham. I'm really sorry, but your names for some reason show up as Graham M and Gareth W, and it gets lost in the chat. So really sorry about that. Minisaurus, YouTube takes a share. Oh, what's that? 100%, because YouTube just make money now tomorrow, don't they? Tom, I think the striptease needs to happen now. Ben, stop! It's not. Stop the map. It's my poor wee head. You're from Scotland, Trackmonger. Just be grateful, Tom. There is truly good people there. Ruben, right? I understand there's truly good people out there, but I'm a guy that earns a living, that's got a really a family that I love to bits, that are willing to support. Hang on a minute. I said I was ending this 5 minutes ago, and it's been going on for over 20. I'm a guy that earns a living, and I've got a family that will love and support me, and I do this because I enjoy it. I don't do it for money. And the fact, oh, Ben, stop it! What is going on? Ben, fuck's sake. Oh, God. I don't know how to react to this because it's never happened before. Right, Ben, honestly, if there's one thing I can say to you now, please don't give me any more money. Just spend it on something you like. Have a few beers and everything's open again. Fucking hell, honestly. And I don't swear much, but I'm speechless. If that's honest, I don't know what to say. If you guys think that what I do is worth that, then I feel really emotional. Honestly, that I didn't realise that what I do has that much of an impact on people. Honestly, Ben, don't worry about the house. God, Ben, honestly, like I say, I earn a living, mate. Just things take time. Money's not everything, and honestly. I don't know what to say. Right, hang on, I need to catch up on this. If Ben is on furlough and technically the government is paying you, short level rates, give another 5 and he'll stop the line. Honestly, it's not about that. I'm so engaged. Oh, Gareth, stop! Fuck out! I've got to go now. Have a good night. Well worth it. Thank you and thanks for the tea. Gareth, oh, stop! Gareth, honestly, and Ben and everyone else, I'm going to forget names if anyone else does it. Honestly, don't. Let me just... Right, look. So, honestly, thank you so much. It means the world to me. It's not about the money. It's about me entertaining you lot. And the fact that we're in a difficult situation right now and I'm entertaining it, there's nothing else I would have done this Friday night. I can't see my girlfriend. I can't see my family that live in different houses. I can't go out for a beer. So I thought, why don't I use this platform to entertain you? And the fact you've all tipped me money, it just... Thank you, honestly. It really, it's heartwarming, honestly. Can I just say Tom's never speechless, thank you so much. She's right, I'm never speechless. Minis, beer and guitar playing. Perfect Friday night. Paul, thank you, honestly, and thanks for the donation. You never realised it was so easy. It's true, blondes do have more fun. Toodle pip, Mr. Thomas. See you later, Max. Thanks for tuning in. Honestly, it means a lot. You are a good person, Tom. Ruben, do you know what? I say this a lot, and if I miss comments that you put, I apologise. And it's not just directed to you, this Ruben. This is to anyone. Anyone that's willing to hit the thumbs up or like this video or like anything that I do. No one sees the impact it has other than like Soph and my family and my dad. Like when I wake up the next day when I put a video on and I think, oh my God. And I got to a point in my life where I was like, oh, I've only had 900 views overnight. And I was getting like that. And most people would be disgusted with 900 views. And I just thought, there was only 1,000 students that went to my school. And I performed a concert at my school and there was 200 people there. So I always think, 900 views, put 900 people in a room that have been willing to listen and talk to me. I'm just like, Ben, stop! Put 900 people in a room to listen to me. And I couldn't imagine the audience. So the fact that there's 11,000 nearly following this. Don't, because I'm actually getting really emotional now. It really upsets me, honestly. It doesn't upset me, but I just feel like I didn't realise that I had this impact on people, honestly. What's going on here now? Give it to your dad. No, Dad. Got birds in my shirt. His face is red as his many. It is Shorty Leatherworks, it is. Shorty Leatherworks, are you the guy from Malaysia? Let me know. Ben, honestly, please, don't. Classic Mini, buy some Wi-Fi extenders with it so you can keep streaming. Do you actually all enjoy these streams that much? Just let me know, because if you do, I'll continue doing them. Ruben, I can buy a new camera tonight and run it. Yeah, it'll go towards it, Ruben. That camera, my lovely girlfriend's. Ben! Stop! You must be a bloody millionaire or something. Stop it. Don't tip my dad, he's not even helped me with the car. He's not made an appearance on the channel in the past 12 months. Don't. Thanks, Ben, honestly. The camera, yeah, my girlfriend bought it me. She bought, funny enough, Sophie's bought every camera for the channel. She bought me a Canon 750D for my birthday. And then I really wanted a Canon 80D, and I was saving up the money to buy it. And then on Valentine's Day, she surprised me with a Canon 80D. And then this Christmas, she bought me a 24 to 105mm L series lens for it. And without Soph and without the cameras that she's provided and the support she provides, honestly, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing. So as much as there's a thank you to me, there's a thank you to Soph as well. And let me just read these comments. What is going on here? Better than Netflix, cheaper too. Keith, really? Don't, because it plants seeds in it. Is it actually better? Don't. Yes, we do. We wouldn't be. Yes, keep them up. Yes, I like the live streams, Tom. Yes, love the streams. What? These streams are fantastic, fun. So, just do me a favour now. Obviously, I can't monitor who joined and when. How long have you guys been watching this stream now? Let me know, because I can see how long I've been streaming. So you let me know how long you've been in here. These streams are fantastic, fun, loving them. Graham, thank you, honestly. Keep it up. Yes, really enjoyed it, even though I joined late. Yes, Tom from Malaysia. It was 5 AM. Yeah, Shorty Leatherworks. I'm sure you sent me an email ages ago and I might have missed it. I'm really sorry about that. Paul Hapanick. Great entertainment, better than TV. That's a big statement right there. If that's true, then thank you very much. You do, mate, and we appreciate it. Whoa, what's that? Whoa. I've got a 750D. What's your view on it? Auto Shambles. 750D, great camera, great starter camera. Only thing it's really rubbish on is the frame rate. It's hard to do slow motion with it. Saying that, the Canon 80D only does 50 frames. I want something that does 120 really, but then you're talking big money. Useless at everything, keep the streams going, thank you. Scott De Ruta, it does kill time for everyone. Cheers from Wisconsin, USA. Scott, I know for a fact you've been a follower from the channel from a long time. I've seen your comments and I've seen stuff going on. Honestly, dude, thank you so much. And the fact you watch them all that way, it means a lot. Thank you. Ben Griffin, I would like an iPhone 11 Pro Max. Mine just broke. Ruben, Joe. God. Get Team Slapped on your next live. Dad, we'll have to come up with a way of doing that where we're social distancing. In fact, if you're in here, we're 2 meters apart. So, yeah. Better than Netflix. Yeah, 10 times better than Netflix since the start. Really? Ah, God, you guys. 2 hours, 10 minutes. Wow. Since 8:30, Shorrock minute. Shorrock, we carry the same surname. We're bros from another hoe. Mother, even, sorry. Friday night at Shorrock's is the best. Honestly, thank you. I really appreciate that. The only thing is, when everything gets back to normal and everyone's on the lash again, this is going to be non-existent. It's not going to work. I would like a phone, blah, blah, blah. And gone 10 times better than Netflix. Honestly, that was Graham W 2 hours. Honestly, thank you. Since 8:30 from the start. Crazy Craigie, you have. I noticed that since the start, pal. How? Tell me how. How are you interested in this? Because I watch live streams and I get bored after 5 minutes. How are you still sat here listening to this boring mank accent? From the start. Dye the eyebrows and the beard for £100, Tom. Ben. No. I tell you what, I'll do it if you donate £100 to cancer research. Don't give it me. Yeah, I'm working with Mark. Been watching since the beginning, which is 9 PM for me. So you're ahead of time out in South Africa. No way, so that's from the start. I joined at 8 o'clock. Daniel, you were at the start. Since 8, over an hour from the start. 8 PM. Are you all listening with headphones? Are you watching on your phone? Are you watching on TV? Let me know. 2 hours, 9 minutes. You're bang on the note, you. Who's put that? Why is the chat keep jumping? Darren Bryan. Byron. My streams are spot on, mate. Joined at 8 PM. Honestly, David, thank you. Sophie's also a legend. Yes, she is. Life on the throttle. Good work, bro. I was a subscriber from day one. Bro, remember my name? Yes, I do. I managed to fit a head unit into radius arms during the live stream. Lol, don't know how long that is. That's 2 hours and 10 minutes, mate. So well done for you, Keith. Well done. Will you do some stop motion videos? I think you've been watching Soup, Brian, my baby. No, I won't do it because I know the guy that runs Soup and the time it takes him to film a video and he has to walk out the shot because of the shadow. See this shadow here now on the wall? If that's in the shot, the stop motion doesn't work well, so I'm not getting involved in that, mate. No way. My videos take longer to edit as it is. 5 minutes after the start. Just after 8. How do you listen to me for 2 hours? Yes, Tom, still funding for my first minute. Shorty, you'll get there one day. Oh. What? Right, hang on. Something's just come up on my phone before it's come up on here. Here, who says going to change after all it ends? Because it's a virtual pub for you. Gareth, Graham, do you know what, right? Funnily enough, every time I do this live stream, I have a shower, I get changed, I put aftershave on, and I'm like, why am I spraying myself? I could smell of absolute sweat and no one would care because it's only me in this room. And I said to my sister before, I went, do I look all right for this? And she went, Tom, you sat in the house. I went, yeah, but you know, it's a live stream. I'm having a drink with my mates. And she's like, no. Janet, Charlotte, can we go on the internet now? We're bored. Yeah, I have to tell everyone to get off the internet so I can do these streams. Hang on. Wished I'd watched from the start, not long after the second question. Sorry, James, but honestly, I'll do it again. Yes, I have. No thanks to you for your love for the millions and sharing your life. Scott, honestly, it's a pleasure, mate. It's a pleasure. When it has this reaction, it's great. It's a blonde hair, Tom. Keep us entertained. Ben, I will. Have you just thanked... Whoa, what's happened here? Ben! Thanks for the disruption to the internet, Janet. Oh, my God. Ben. You must be a secret millionaire. Stop it. Here, Sensei. Who says things are going to change after it all ends because a virtual pub with your mates? Yep, that's very true. On with the headphones, phone. You're on my 16-inch TV, Tom. Tim B. Send me a photo of that on Instagram, please, at Tom Shorrock. Send me a photo of you on your TV, and I will upload it tomorrow. Maybe do this on a Sunday evening when things go back to normal. Ben, that's a very good idea, actually. I might actually do that. But the problem is, every time I do a live stream, I'm eager for a beer, and Monday's a work day. So, yeah, maybe. James Hogg sat on the kitchen table watching on the phone, no headphones. No way. 23rd of December 2018 was the first video I seen of you, Tom. Headphone listener watching on my PC. Ruben, thank you. On my TV and the chat on the laptop. Crazy Craig, thank you. Sat on the sofa waiting to put in Netflix, my mum. Well, now you mention it, it might not bother me. Hang on, what's it? Good job. Old school there. What top tips have you got for anyone starting a YouTube? I've got a channel and I can't seem to get views and subscribers. Also shambles. It's a difficult question this. So Auto Shambles has asked, what top tips have I got for anyone starting a YouTube channel because you're struggling to get views or subscribers? First thing is, regardless of anything, thumbnail, title, tags, description are the most important things ever. I've still not cracked it at all. Still not cracked it. The videos, audio, I learned from the start, and video, if your audio is terrible, people will click off. And YouTube money now is not based on views, it's based on how long you keep people watching. So if a lot of you have been watching for 2 hours tonight, then maybe YouTube will reward me. They probably won't, because the reward for streams is actually so less. This is interrupting my P-Hub session. I can't say that on it. But yeah, so YouTube channel, if you're going to start it, nail it. Don't be ashamed. I used to think if I had the camera and I was like this out and about, people would be looking at me like a weirdo. People will always do that. And you've just got to nail it. Don't worry about it. There's so many things I could improve on. All I'm going to say is do it, go, find a niche, find your own style, and be different to whatever everyone else is doing out there. And I'm still small, mate, so I'm not the best person to ask. I'm 11k subs, I'm still small. Hang on. Ruben pays one personal health benefit of good hygiene is having better health, keeping your body clean and prevent illness from the infection of bacterial viruses. It's very true, Ruben. Not on your internet. It's on my Facebook. I've tagged you. Cheers, Tim. Thank you very much. I asked Emma to get you a bit. No, I can't, Dad. Let's go, guys, so that the family can get the internet back. Fantastic time to speak there. Graham, thank you very much for tuning in. My wife said hello. Also, Shambles, hello to your wife. Beer is empty. Yet another one. Blah, 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 blah. Her name is Sonia. Hi, Sonia. Thank you very much for tuning in with your other half. Been a pleasure, Tom. Luke Harvey, thank you very much. I am next year. Tom. Daniel Jones, yes I am. I'm doing Italy next year with my dad. We're going to drive there. And I need a new engine for my Mini. What do you recommend? I couldn't have an 850. Mad Max, I've got a 1098 in my garage. If you want to buy it, then drop me a message or an email at tom@totalcarreviews.com. It runs. I've pulled it out. I've cleaned it. That's it. 1098 engine. If you want it, drop me a message and you can have it. Put you on my Insta story, mate. Keep up the good work and all the best to you and your family. Have you ever watched Savage Garage 70k subs and basic stuff? I haven't, mate, but I'll check them out. Right, guys, honestly, let me summarise this live stream. Right, so tonight I started a live stream for the 3rd time ever, and before these live streams happen, what you don't see is I get in this garage for half an hour, I get all the music going, I have a beer and I try and chill out because it's very nerve-wracking talking live because you can't rewind and re-edit anything you say. I've been on here with the impression that I would do an hour. I've done a quiz, I've met some great people, people have tipped me money, which I didn't even realise you could do, and it's been a very warming session. We're in very difficult times of the world at the minute. Honestly, guys, all I want to say is a massive, massive, massive thank you to everyone that's tuned in, everyone that's been here from the start, everyone that's come and gone and interacted, the people that have tipped me money. Honestly, I didn't expect any of that. You didn't have to tip me money. The super chat, whatever it's called, and news to me. I don't do it for the money, I do it because for the love, and I do it for the interaction. And the biggest thank you I can ever say to anybody is, it's not for the money. If you click on my video and you like it and you subscribe to the channel, it means more than you will ever know, because the hours that I spend putting these videos in, Sophie will tell you, because it sacrifices a lot of time with me and her, it means a lot. And to summarise, I never thought I would feel this warm to an audience I've been presenting to for the past 3 years. It means the world. And like I say, the guys that have tuned in for 5 minutes, tuned in for a minute, from the start, for 2 hours and how many minutes in, the people that have tipped money, there's no reason to do that. There's so many things going on. I'm just a guy trying to stay sane and just trying to entertain you people on a Friday night when you could be sinking beers with your friends. So all I'm going to say is, guys and girls, I really want to thank you so much for watching. I want to thank you for all the support you put in the channel. I've met some amazing people since I've started doing this, and there's moments that I will cherish for the rest of my life. From the days where I've met Dave Jaguar, Sean C, Keith Miller, Paul P, and Alex, and they all come here from all over the world to start the engine on my Mini. It means a lot. And honestly, all I can say is I want to continue doing this. I want to be here for the long haul. I don't want this to end. I love this journey. It's a great sideline. It's something that keeps my hobby going and keeps me motivated, and most importantly, it keeps you motivated. And before I waffle on and say any more, I need to really empty my bladder because I'm dying for a wee, and I've enjoyed every single minute of this. I've spoke constant for 2 hours and 20 minutes. My voice is going to break. But guys, honestly, thank you so much. If you want me to do another live stream next week, drop it in the comments. Hit that like button right now. And honestly, stay safe, keep the faith. And that's Dave Jaguar's line. Just stay safe, support the NHS, don't go out if you don't need to. And I'll join you next Friday for another live stream where we can have some banter. Honestly, guys, thank you so much for watching. It means the absolute world to me. And I will see you very, very soon. Honestly, absolute top audience. Good night.